Good morning, everybody. It is 7 a.m. on Friday, March 10th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect cloudy skies with a high of 74. Coming up on OTB, Brody Miller of The Athletic joins the show at 8:15. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back. OTB Friday, March 10th, 2023. The weekend is here.
He's coming to Baton Rouge?
Yes.
All right.
Danny's already got you tickets. We'll be doing a ticket giveaway today. I'm just kidding. The weekend's not actually here. The weekend, as in the calendar, the next 3 days in which the world is your oyster, right? In which you fake it through today. You have no work, and, here on this Friday, everything is all potential. You have not yet arrived at the Sunday Scary. Is it the worry about next Monday? All you're thinking about is, what does tonight hold for you? What does tomorrow hold for you? Maybe you have something that you're looking forward to. Maybe you don't. Either way, it's going to be a hell of a 72, and we're going to kick it off here on OTB this morning.
We do spring forward,
7 to 10
correct?
a.m. Is that right?
Correct. Spring forward this weekend, I think. Any confirmation? No confirmation.
Does that
Yes,
make
this Sunday. You're right.
So does that
So you
mean the
lose an
sun's
hour.
going to be going? But yeah, that sucks. But does that mean the sun's going to be up or down sooner? Like, will days get longer or shorter every spring?
Longer.
Longer?
Yeah.
So what? The sun's going to be up to what? Like, I feel like it's already up pretty late.
Yeah, that's why we're changing.
So the days are going to be shorter. But I'm saying I already feel like the sun's up pretty late, and you're saying we're going to push it even later? Sun's going to be going down to like 9 now?
No, I'm saying you're feeling that because that's why we're getting to this point in the calendar, and that's why you make a move. So the sun's usually out till what?
I feel like it's going down about 7:30 right now. Am I off base? Is it more 7?
Like 7, right?
Yeah, it's not 7:30.
Okay, we'll say 7.
Okay. The whole point is we do a morning show, we lose an hour of sleep, so I'm just preparing you.
No, that sucks. I mean, that sucks without a doubt. I'm just trying to figure out when the sun's going down, and now I'm more confused than I've ever been. But it doesn't matter because spring has sprung, and we're going to spring into this show today as there's a lot of sports going down this weekend. You got a lot of LSU baseball, the final tune-up before conference play. You got a little LSU softball kicking off conference play. You got LSU gymnastics in their final regular season appearance at the PMAC. LSU basketball, unfortunately, their season, or maybe fortunately, depending on your opinion, their season came to an end last night. You have spring football rolling right along. The Pelicans got a couple of big games and a little back-to-back tomorrow and Sunday. So there's a lot to get to on today's OTB. And, Jake, there's plenty of ways that we can start the show, and we're definitely going to get another March Madness breakdown from Jake as he continues to keep you up to date with all of the latest from the conference championships. And
Toledo!
give you these money line bets that continue to pay dividends. Are you 3-0 on the money lines now?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So 3 days in a row, if you signed up with the promo code and everything, Jake has won you $150 in free bets. Did you see? Did you hear any of Brian Kelly speak with the media yesterday after spring ball day one?
I did not.
There's not a. I don't think it's anything. It's nothing to do an entire hour on or anything like that. But there were some interesting points of information gleaned from Brian Kelly meeting with the media yesterday. First off, I loved kind of the general attitude and approach to spring displayed by Brian Kelly. As yesterday was day one. Basically saying, look, during spring, there's no scoreboard, right? There's no winners or losers. This is about the total development of the player, learning what is expected of you, learning how to improve, mastering you and your craft. And then if you're a young guy, even in a later answer, he'd go on to talk about, if you're like a high school early enrollee, just how valuable this time can be, because not only are you learning mentally and physically what it's going to take to compete at this level, but you're also just learning how to live in college, when you should be a high school student. So I love the emphasis on, look, at the end of the day, you can do very good things here and you can put yourself in positions to win jobs, but ultimately this is not really about, beating out your teammate. It's about being the best you that you can be. And if you focus on honing that craft and maximizing yourself, everything else it comes after that, right? Like if you're Marlon Martinez, you shouldn't be worried about, okay, Charles Turner's out, I got to do. No, you just focus on, okay, can I make myself into the best center that I can be? And then come fall time, you compete it out and you see who's going to win that center job. A few things to note, Jake, very light in the running back room here early on and probably for the rest of spring as Josh Williams is out, but I think he's going to return. Ramani Goodwin's going to be out all of spring. And then it looks like John Emery is out with academics, saying that's where his focus is. So kind of wild, Jake, like your top three guys, I don't know how available any of them are going to be for this spring portion. So, you got Trey Holly, who Kelly mentioned in the press conference yesterday. You got a lot of young guys that are going to get a lot of reps.
And a lot of times that's what spring is. This is, I guess, a little bit of a unique situation to have three of the top guys out. And it's not like offensive line because, like, one back typically, unless you're like in pony personnel, which LSU doesn't do, you only have one on the field at one time. And so there's going to be a lot of reps out there for Trey Holly, which is great. That is good, though. It's like baptism by fire.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be in high school still, but you have this opportunity.
Yeah.
Go make the most of it because you know this, T. You've been a part of this. Make one play in spring that makes everybody go, ooh, ah.
Yeah,
you do that? Like, truly, you do that like one time in like an epic play, you're in the forefront of the coach's mind. I've seen it. It happens in the NFL still. Like, guys would go make a play, undrafted free agent rookie. He makes this incredible play, and like for the rest of camp, he's the camp darling. Every coach loves him. Every player loves him. You have that opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to have MAs, missed assignments? Without question. You're coming from a high school offense to a Denbrock offense. That's going to happen. You have to, as the canon would say, one snap and clear.
One snap and
And
clear.
just know that these are very valuable reps for you because they're going to be lenient with you because you are a high school senior. So just know, like, you're going to mess up.
Yeah.
Move on from it and do something special to keep, what you're doing on the forefront of their memory.
Well, and already, Jake, there's a nice little anecdote from Brian Kelly yesterday where I think Trey Holly was really kind of maybe stewing in some of the mistakes that he made, and he found Coach Kelly after practice. He was looking for Frank Wilson. He apologized to Kelly, and Kelly basically said the same thing you did. He was like, "Look, man, just keep showing up, okay? Yeah. Keep showing up. Trust me when I say you're going to have a lot of reps with which to prove yourself." This spring, so don't worry. And then, as always, one snap and clear. And listen up, high schoolers, junior high kids, like who's ever doing spring football, that is the football golden rule and will always be. You cannot let the last play affect your next one. If you're trying to be the best you that you can be, you can't get in your own head because you had a bad play. One snap and clear.
And you've got a veteran player, Noah Kane, in that room that's going to be out there with you.
Kane. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but still, Trey Holly's going to get a ton of reps. He's going to get one reps. He's going to be in there with the first offense. Noah Kane cannot take every single one rep. So you have a veteran player who's played a lot of college football, a lot of different places, different conferences, got a lot of experiences. He can help you out. Lean on him. And that player, and Noah Kane, has got to be somebody that understands that and needs to help him out. You could probably give 4 examples of offensive linemen that you remember trying to help out. I know for me, it was Charles Scott and Keelan Williams when they came in. Right, you're trying to help them out because they're going to help you win football games.
Yeah.
So you need to go out there. You're both going to play, so don't be that guy and go help them out, get them through it.
Yeah, Noah Kane should have no intimidation factor from Trey Holly, right? Not at this point in his career. One of the other major takeaway in terms of on the field stuff is the offensive line right now is light to the point of actually being a bit of a functional issue. where Brian Kelly talked about how, maybe we don't have a full spring game. Maybe we do a little 7-on-7, some like individual drills. He also talked about how, just with how you got help on the way, but with guys like Charles Turner and some others missing time right now, that the second group's just a bit of a problem, where he basically said, look, we got to figure out ways to get quality reps with the second group where we don't just have free runners coming to the holes, because people are at a point in their careers where they're just making like pretty drastic mental errors. So I don't know exactly what that solution looks like. Certainly it's some development and maybe get some bodies back as this thing goes along. But so I think yesterday we said 10 scholarship offensive linemen right now, which means you barely have enough to make up the two groups. And who knows? Center especially, Jake, when you're talking about avoiding mental mistakes, everybody being on the same page, center is super important, obviously. And not having your strongest guy mentally in Charles Turner and then going to Marlon Martinez. What do you have behind him? I think it's Fitzgerald West, and he's been playing that position, so maybe he's okay there. But obviously the second O-line here for spring is going to be a bit of a problem. So they lack. It's weird. They have great frontline depth. And they especially will come fall time when Lunsford is here, right? Like I said, I think they'll have 7 starting guys. But they lack the just raw numbers of depth to create the 3 offensive lines that any team would ideally want to have on the college level.
Yeah, if you go to On3 and their transfer portal, and you go and you take a look at who LSU's lost, it's all the backup offensive linemen. They all went elsewhere. We laid out, Doomerville goes to Maryland, and you lose Hill, you lose a ton of your depth pieces, because that's what college football is going to be. Nobody's going to feel sorry for LSU. That's what it is. Your backups are going to go somewhere to try to be starters. And so this is going to be a problem across the country. It's not just an LSU problem. Certainly on positions like the offensive line, where you can kind of see the writing on the wall. And if you have a veteran offensive line coming back, or not even a veteran because it's still young guys, but a starting offensive line coming back for LSU, you don't see a path. You're not going to beat out Will Campbell if you're Doomerville. You're not going to beat out Emory Jones, and so you leave.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's going to be across college football. And if you don't have those young guys as early enrollees, which LSU doesn't, they've got a handful that are coming in the summertime, in June, whenever they start back up. It's just going to kind of be the case, T. So, how do you handle it? Knowing it's probably going to be like this moving forward, well, you probably do the things that Brian Kelly's talking about. I don't know if we're going to do a spring game.
Yeah.
Spring game, that might be something that's a luxury to us this year. And we saw teams cancel spring games last year because of injuries and depth and different things.
So I think, the attrition may not be done, right? He was very blunt yesterday,
right,
when asked about Marlon Martinez. Basically saying, look, we really love Marlon's development, and we want him to stick around, but we do know there's another transfer portal window opening up, and that he could be a guy that could potentially leave, maybe depending on how this spring goes. So, but again, you're going to keep trying to get guys to leave their schools out of this second transfer portal window, and you got another group of 5 coming in between the freshmen and Lunsford. So it's like Jake said, it's just a bit of the reality of modern college football here, and it's the consequence of having incredible young players, right? When you have that many young guys win starting jobs to the point where your entire starting offensive line returns, this is a byproduct of it, because the other bodies in the group will be like, okay, well, I want to go play. Last thing that I loved from Brian Kelly's press conference yesterday, Jake, I loved his answer about playing in the SEC, right? Basically saying, look, I came to the SEC to play SEC teams, and the teams we got paired with, we already played, so not much changed. And that all is what it is. But the part of the answer that I think I love the most is just he talked about, yes, playing 9 conference games is tough, but when you move into the era of the expanded playoff, there is no better way to prepare your team to be able to handle those challenges than the 9 conference games. Basically acknowledging that trial by fire, while it will be harder to win as many games and everything else, that when you get in, you will be better for it because you'll be much more tested.
Yeah, I'd much rather have that mentality.
Yes, for sure.
Than the other mentality, without question. And you're rotating every other team. And the reason that we talk about it is because, and maybe why it matters who you're playing, I'm going to miss some games that you've always played. That's why I want to talk about it, but I also want to talk about there being a better schedule balance because there will be a better balance. Like even if your 3 permanent opponents are tougher than others, there will be a better balance to the schedule. And your opponents who have, when you've been playing Florida every year, that have been playing Vanderbilt and South Carolina, like they got to rotate that thing too now.
Love it.
Right? So it pains me. I hate the fact that we won't see Chris Doering dress up every single October in something ridiculous because LSU owns Florida. I hate it. But you will get a more balanced schedule everywhere.
Yeah, funnily enough, the big losers in all of this are just the entire SEC East because they no longer just get to play the SEC East. They now have to integrate with the West, which is going to cause a lot of them problems.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of teams that, off the record, some East coaches that they don't love it.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, they were the ones trying to block the 9-game schedule forever, which it looks like it's certainly going to happen now.
Oh, yeah.
So that was spring day one, and I'm excited to watch this thing continue, even though it's a bit weird, Jake. We did this one year in college, and I loathed it. I think they have another practice tomorrow, and then I think they go on spring break. But Kelly was talking about how that gives them more time with the team, so like maybe he's not letting them go on spring break. I don't know entirely. I know
we did it like that every year I was here.
You had spring break in the middle? Okay, we only did it once like that. And
you did it your freshman year. Or were you here in?
No.
You didn't early enrollee?
Me and you never shared a spring together. No, I did not early enrollee. But I remember one year we did 2 weeks of practice, spring break, 2 weeks of practice, and it was just real weird to kick back into football mode after being on a beach in, Pensacola drinking beers.
I was about to say, what were you doing
7 days straight? Yeah, exactly. Day one of spring in the books. Coming up next, Jake, you may roll your eyes. Don't worry. We still got college basketball talk. Still got baseball talk. But you know what's next?
Please don't.
Tiny amount of car talk. Their car talk coming up next. OTB.
Maybe. We're going to arm wrestle on the break.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
The Car Talk's brought to you by Donsel Glass and Body. Oh, that's right. You have a used car coming from an old bad owner who wasn't doing what he needed to take care of that car and maximize the efficiency and the talent of that car, and you think that car is going to solve you and your family's problems. Maybe that car is going to bring you back to the playoffs, okay? Well, Donsel Glass and Body is going to be key in making that all happen, as they are your one-stop car shop. Any body work you need, glass repair, 24/7, emergency towing from Nick Frederick. You hit up Kenny Frederick. We're going to dgbauto.com. You can set up getting your vehicle in there. The bottom line is they've been your one-stop car shop for 50 years, y'all. Go to donselglassandbody.com.
Yeah, you're going to get a fantastic customer service. They're going to get it right the first time. They're going to be transparent throughout the entire process. That's just who you're going to deal with over Donsel Glass and Body. That's why they've been able to do it since 1977. Check them out online, dgbauto.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luber for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walk.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money.
Hey, it's on. Join me a Friday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. LSU Spring Football, SEC Basketball Tournament. Getting you ready for LSU in Sanford at the Box. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 Friday, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
It's Friday again. It's Friday, Sunday, it's Friday again. It's Friday, Sunday, it's Friday again. It's Friday, Sunday, it's Friday again.
I thought the hands of time would change me, and I'd be over this by now. Yeah, it's been too long since we got crazy. I'm lucky spinning out. I'm counting down.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, welcome back. Friday Vibes in the air. We got Ribs Huey coming up hour number 3. Where's the other astronomy? So a couple corrections. Spring ball day 2 is today. Practice number 2 is today. I'm used to back in the day, practice one day, day off the next to film and stuff. Practice the next day, blah, 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 blah. Jake, it's that time. It's that time. Time for some New Orleans Saints car talk. As the further and further that we get from this Derek Carr deal, the more the quarterback market continues to take shape. I feel like this will be a good deal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Derek Carr is on the downswing. Maybe it wasn't Josh McDaniels' fault. And maybe this all blows up in my face. And that's all definitely in the cards. But you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Does this do anything for you, Jake? And I want to be clear, do not misconstrue what I'm about to say. I am not saying that the Saints and Rams situation is similar when Matt Stafford left and went to the Rams from the Lions, right? I'm not saying that because it's not. The Rams had the best wide receiver in the league, the best player in the league in Aaron Donald. Oh, and they paired him up with like Von Miller on the edge. Like the Rams were a much better roster when Stafford made the move than these Saints were. What is interesting to me is if you look at a per 17 game basis, it's a little nugget that was in New Orleans Football article here. If you look at a per 17 game basis, Jake, Stafford's time with the Lions and Derek Carr's time with the Raiders, identical. I mean, quite literally identical. Matt Stafford and his time with the Lions, per 17 games, completed 62% of his passes, 89.9 quarterback rating, averaging 4,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, 15 picks. Derek Carr, 64% of his passes, 91.8 quarterback rating, 4,200 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So, you know, all I'm saying is We saw with Stafford a massive leap forward. I don't expect that leap forward. I certainly don't expect the team success that LA and the Rams had, but maybe you get that step forward from Derek Carr as well.
I just can't wait to see how it goes, and I hope Derek Carr sets the NFL record for touchdowns and yards. I hope he does.
He's going to break is it Manning or Mahomes now?
I hope he does it. I hope he does it, and I hope that I'm sitting here being like, God, I am a big dummy. Look at what this has done. I truly, I feel like that.
Yeah.
But
are big dummies.
we don't know until we get there.
Mhm.
Okay, and now we're in that point where we're trying to find stats like, why do I give a damn what him and Matthew Stafford's comps are? That's not the same
we have like
team.
6 months till the season starts.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I'm not hating on you to bring it up
try
because
to figure out things.
But that's what we do. And we're going to have this conversation 1,000 more times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also, like if we're getting into that conversation, Saints quarterbacks last year completed 66% of their passes. Derek Carr 60.8.
Yeah.
Yards 39.69 for the Saints quarterbacks last year.
Yes.
3,500 for Carr.
Yes.
24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions for both.
So it's funny.
The same exact one.
It's funny.
So let's have that conversation then. More yards, better completion percentage.
Hell yes. So
for the other quarterbacks that played last year.
You think this works against me when you sent that the other day, or Mario sent that? Somebody sent it. You sent it. It got me more excited than any other piece of information that's been put in front of me, because I know for a fact that Derek Carr is a better quarterback than the guys you had last year. And so if they put those numbers up in that Carmichael system, well, then I think Derek Carr is going to juice those numbers up even further.
For a fact.
Yes. If Andy Dalton and Jameis, yes, I know for a fact that that Derek Carr is better than Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston. I feel completely comfortable saying that. And so if they put those numbers up, and check out this other thing I noticed. I don't know how I did it before. Pete, what's his last name?
Carmichael?
Say it again. Say the beginning. Carmichael. I mean, match made in heaven, dude. It was there from the beginning. It was right in front of our face. Pete Carmichael, David Carr.
Derek
it's all going to work
Carr.
out.
David's his brother.
D Carr. Okay, same thing. Same thing. He's better than his brother, too.
I mean,
I know for a fact he's better than his brother.
His brother didn't really have a chance to drop back. By the time he hit that third foot, he was getting hit.
Tony Baselli never played for the Texans. Come on, Tony. But no, I actually, it is funny. That is my spin zone on those numbers that you sent the other day, is that Derek Carr, that makes me even more confident that Derek Carr and Pete Carmichael are going to work out together. Remember when we were wondering what restaurant you bring Carr out to try to close the deal? I think we said maybe like Commander, some other places. Do you know where they ended up going? Solid spot. Anybody want to take any guesses? Danny, New Orleans boy? Where would you take a quarterback free agent?
Cajun Cannon's restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, you should have if you really want to land a free agent. If you take Odell Beckham to the Cannon, it's a guarantee he's going to sign with you. They would know. They used to work there.
I know.
Back in the day. Where do you think you took
Dark times. I chose Desi Vegas as my spot,
Okay.
but I know he didn't go there. I forgot where he went.
Ralph's in the Park.
I knew
solid dude, right by City Park, right? It's a great location, not too fancy, like kind of like a little in between, and seems like they loved it, man. Part of the reason why they closed the deal. Probably not the biggest reason. The biggest reason was meeting with Allen and Carmichael, and apparently he shares an agent with Ian Book, and he talked to Drew Brees, and so everybody was all in on selling Derek Carr on bringing his talents down.
That's the one thing that does give me hope that it's going to work out, is because of how they pursued him.
Yeah.
I mean, no question about it. They knew who they wanted. They were open to trading for Derek Carr. They were going to give up an asset for Derek Carr. So that does get you excited in the fact that they think that can be the quarterback in their system that can unlock their offense.
Yeah.
So that can get you excited about it. But also, like, if we're going to bring up numbers like that, we got to bring up numbers like I just did.
Yeah,
so
I love those numbers. I mean,
I think it's disrespectful to the three quarterbacks that did it, though.
I don't. I feel comfortable saying Derek Carr is better than Andy Dalton.
But we could have the argument Andy Dalton had the 9th best quarterback rating, and Derek Carr was 24th. So, numbers are numbers. Like, we could trade jabs all day long. We're not going to know if it's going to work out. We can both have our opinion if it's going to
Andy
or
Dalton
not.
on offense that scored 18 points a game.
Okay.
No game winning
What
drives.
was Vegas?
No game winning drives. I'm actually looking it up right now.
A lot of things need to be better regardless. O-line needs to be better. Running game needs to be more efficient.
Yeah, but where's it all start?
True, but still. You have to. The analogy we made on Handy's show is, is market value for a house, right? Same thing. People are upset with the price tag. You got to find somewhere to live.
Yeah,
though.
we moved past that.
Yeah, everybody needs to get over the price tag. Now
Yeah.
it's about whether you think Derek Carr is going to be good or not.
Right,
Like,
yes.
it's actually a good deal according to the market. Like
Yes.
that is objective fact.
I'm not mad
You
at
can't
the
really
deal.
argue about that. That is. It's just whether or not you actually think Derek Carr is going to be any good or not.
They have to help him out. Whoever it is, they had to help him out in the running game. The running game for the Saints last year was awful.
So
not bad, not okay. It was awful. Like, it was something where you did not get big plays. You couldn't count on it at all.
Yeah.
And you're going to be probably without Alvin Kamara. You got to figure that out, because it doesn't really matter outside of about 3 guys in the NFL who the quarterback would be if you don't figure that portion of it out.
So I agree with you there. And again, Tajay Spears makes a lot of sense. But any young running back, but. The Raiders were 12th last year in scoring. Saints were 22nd, but I mean the Raiders had way
Raiders
better
were what?
weapons. 12th. Saints were 22nd.
Well,
the Raiders averaged 23 a game. Saints averaged 19. But again, Raiders had way better weapons. So like it's whatever. If you really want to go out of your way to just explain away everything and be like, this is why Derek Carr's in a bad spot last year, and this is why he'll be in a better spot this year, and this is why maybe the Saints offense wasn't as dynamic as you wanted last year. The company line that the Saints are seeding out there, it feels like in the universe, and people who are pro Derek Carr, the whispers that they are putting out there is that last year there was kind of a lack of trust in some of the quarterbacks, and so the quarterbacks didn't have a ton of and Andy probably obviously had more of this, I think, than Jameis did, given his more veteran nature. But they're saying that, last year we couldn't do the same thing we did with Breeze, where it was like, oh, we're going to give you 3 plays and we want you to take command, right? We want to have these dot meetings. Those were gone last season. And they believe Derek Carr can be that guy. They're also out here saying that, Josh McDaniel, he wasn't like that. He wanted it all to be very rigid and his way, very structured. And Derek Carr generally thrives when he's empowered to make decisions and put the pieces in place. I don't know if any of that's true. I'm just reporting it because that's what people are talking about.
T-Bob, what if I tell you this? Okay, so Derek Carr, let's go week 14, throws for 137 yards. All right, week 15, throws for 231. Week 16, throws for 174. Gets benched.
Yeah.
They've got to play the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that won the Super Bowl and a team that was in the NFC Championship game. Jarrett Stidham threw for 365.
Let's go, dude.
Against the 49ers. He threw for 220 against the Chiefs.
Damn, 365 against the Niners, insane. You're not going to. I mean, last year was bad. I'm done
so I'm
trying
saying,
to
like,
defend last year.
I'm
I'm
saying
not worried
for it to be like a only blame Josh McDaniels conversation.
Oh, well, I think that no. I mean, look, I think again, like I said, that is everything I just relayed is grain of salt information, because it is all information that covers up all the blemishes of one side while assigning all blame to the other, right? Any collaborative relationship, the results are a product of the collaboration. So it is both guys. But if I was putting on my lawyer hat and I'm just trying to argue for the side that is saying that it was all Josh McDaniels' fault, I would say that, well, yes, you have a veteran in Derek Carr, and Josh McDaniels tried to force him into situations that he was not pleased with. Like I said, he's a control guy, right? Didn't want to empower his client to have that control. He wanted the control, and it's much easier to control a rookie quarterback a la Stidham, where a veteran like Carr, young quarterback like Stidham, whereas a veteran like Carr was struggling to adjust to the tighter yoke of the more rigid McDaniels. Again, I don't know if any of that's true, but I also don't give a damn that Jared Stidham threw for like 365 yards, because I don't think Josh McDaniels is good. There's been nothing in Josh McDaniels' head coaching history that should convince me that he's good. He was good with Tom Brady. Great. I don't know. I guess he was pretty good with Mac Jones, actually. There's that.
Kyle Orton had that first year in Denver where he played pretty well under Josh McDaniels.
Man, Kyle Orton.
I didn't mean to ask that like Ron Burgundy.
If you can hear us, come say what's up one day.
Yeah, like there's like a rumor that he lives here.
I know, and I feel bad putting it out there. I'm not trying to dox anyone. I don't know if he did.
I mean, nobody's gonna bother him.
It's almost like an urban myth at this
I
point.
know.
Since college, I've been hearing that Kyle Orton lives in Baton Rouge. Mario, you give me a very quizzical look. I don't fully understand it either.
That would be so random.
It'd be so good, dude. It'd be so
Imagine you're
good
at
if he
Smalls
did.
and just running the Kyle Orton.
See, that's where I can't bring myself to believe it. Is I've never heard of anybody casually running into Kyle.
But I mean, no offense to Kyle. Kyle, much better pro than any of us here. But he went to Purdue. He played for the Broncos and played for the Bears. Like, would anybody really recognize Kyle Orton in Baton Rouge, Louisiana?
I feel like if I saw that neck beard, I would.
Even for me, who's
We
a little
would.
younger,
We-
like he's
we
a pretty
cover
discernible,
sports.
face, right? Like the
I mean,
beard
yeah.
and the hair.
Yeah, but again, you're a sports guy. To Jake's point, but
And
there's enough sports guys in this town where I feel like I would have seen it, heard about him being at Superior or something at some
Dude,
point.
like,
I don't know.
I mean, it just depends on the city, I guess, that you're in. I mean, like in Denver, they know every Bronco.
Actually, I don't think I would recognize Kyle Orton. After seeing this
No.
picture, Kyle post-playing career, it looks like he's evolved into just generic white guy there. Kyle, come to the studio, dude. Come kick it, man.
Let's see. Okay. Hey,
chop it up.
Kyle Orton, under Josh McDaniels, started 15 of the 16 games, and this is 2009, so
Okay.
completion percentage, 62%.
Hell yeah.
Threw for 3,800 yards, 21 touchdowns,
Okay, Kyle. I see you, Bo.
11 interceptions. So,
Yeah, that was McDaniel's prime. He's past his prime now. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
What was Flynn's take on McDaniels? Because he spent
Uh,
time with him, a short period of time in New England. Did we ever ask?
I can't remember.
Bad journalism by us.
I can't remember. I don't know. I mean, Jake, you've seen it time and time again, though. It's like Adam Gase getting teamed up with Peyton Manning, right? They did a lot for Adam Gase. I think Tom Brady did a lot for Josh McDaniel.
But I just gave you an example of a quarterback in a different franchise that had a really good year.
Shout out Kyle Orton. That's all Kyle Orton. That ain't Josh McDaniel, dude. Nope. Josh McDaniel sucks, dude. I don't know what to tell you. He sucks, and Derek Carr's better than Andy Dalton. Bam.
I mean, I will say, like, this little,
I mean,
hey,
can
girl, I
you-
want to catch a wave
like-
right there.
Like, is he looks like he's in 7th grade. Like, this looks like somebody going to their 7th grade junior high dancing. That's a great point.
No, this looks like the friend in a 80s movie that's like, he's the friend, the bully's friend. He's the bully's friend. He's a little guy, a little fella, and like he's always the first one like to talk ish, but he ain't gonna do anything about it. That's what he looks like.
You know who he looks like in Mario? You probably might be the only one who appreciates this. Remember the Cleveland show? Remember the short guy on the Cleveland show?
Yeah, his friends.
He has a lot of the same energy as Josh McDaniel here
Oh.
in this in this clip.
Hey, Hunt Palmer ran into Kyle playing golf quite a few times over the
Dude,
years.
there you go, dude. There you
Confirmed.
go. Kyle, come to the studio, dude.
Come on,
Please.
Kyle, what are we doing?
love
Tell us about
you.
Josh McDaniels, bro.
Please. God, get Josh McDaniel off my screen, okay? My guy Derek doesn't need to be looking at any of this crap anymore. Now, you pull up a picture of Pete Carmichael. Let's show a real alpha male as we head to break here. A guy who's going to unlock and take Derek Carr back to his all-pro status. We never got all-pro.
Carr did speak really highly on Carmichael when they asked him. He said
Yeah.
he did really good work with Drew Brees, and he's excited to work for him.
Yeah,
for what it's
yeah,
worth.
dude. That was one of his main things he wanted to check out before he decided to come
Yeah,
here.
who-
Look at that. That, Jake, is an alpha male. That's a man you can trust right there. What, because he has glasses, he can't be an alpha? Get out of here, dude. Let's go PDC. PD Carmichael.
Who we need to have on the show.
Look at that. Charger, bro.
I know. We talked about this before. We need to have the Red Rifle on the show.
Well, now I feel bad, though.
No, I don't. I mean, I didn't talk bad about him. You
Yeah,
did.
exactly, because you're a little red-noser, and you just want to suck up to Andy Dalton.
No, he'd give us the behind-the-scenes look at the offense.
When we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
We're done with car talk. That was fun.
Until right now, when you tell him about All-Star.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. We are literally not done with car talk as I'm about to talk about buying your next car from All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. And look, man, again, Toyotas kind of speak for themselves in a lot of ways. Chances are you have a friend or family who's, you kind of know the quality of Toyotas, right? And it doesn't matter if you want like a big truck like a Tundra, maybe a smaller truck like a Tacoma or something, or maybe you want, I ended up in a Camry, man, which I never would have guessed. And I had 2 kids, and it's been excellent for that. Now I'm excited to maybe start to branch out, and I got the minivan, maybe go something a bit bigger now with the 3rd child. We'll see, but the bottom line is I know I'm going to All-Star, and then I'm going to let them be my Sherpa in the car buying wilderness to finding the answers me and my family needs.
You don't have to go in, though. You can do it all online, the full process. Check it out today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hey, it's Matt Musso. Join me Monday through Friday for your daily update on LSU baseball with Musso at the Box, presented by New Orleans Flooring, wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, and check out New Orleans Flooring. 2 locations, Metairie and Prairieville, or nolaflooring.com.
Moon Griffon is back. The voice of Louisiana politics makes his return to Baton Rouge. Catch the Moon Griffon Show weekdays from 9 to 11 a.m. on Talk 107.3.
You can get 3.99% financing on select 2023 models, and as always, you will never pay over MSRP. We also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
All right, let's say ah.
Where'd my spotlight go?
Super weird, but we can take care of it.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour is returned. We're previewing LSU Sanford in baseball, recapping LSU Vandy and hoops. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Lord, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, OTB. Hope you're having a beautiful day. In those 2 weeks of beautiful days that we get here this time of year. Enjoy it. It's been fantastic outside. Let's have ourselves a weekend. Mario's telling me a crazy story. We're going to talk some refs later on as Van Vliet out here taking fines to call out what he sees as injustice. Here right now, I want to touch on some LSU baseball real quick as final. And it's funny because I don't care as much about this weekend's upcoming series, right? You got Samford 3 games this week. You got UNO on Tuesday in the midweek, and that's all well and good. But we've seen what this LSU team has done recently, right? They are going to roll. They'll probably have a couple of 10-run mercy rule games. If they almost had 4 in a row of them things before Lamar put the brakes on the other night. But what I love is this is the last weekend before this season explodes. In case you have forgotten, here are the opening series for the LSU Tigers starting Friday, March 17th on St. Patty's Day. I'm just realizing. They're going to travel to College Station, where they got a 3-game series against the 15th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies, who've actually had a bit of a rough preseason or pre-conference season here. Then you'll immediately return home against number 8 Arkansas. The week after that, you'll be at home against number 3 Tennessee. Then you hit the road again, and you go to number 20 South Carolina. And look, obviously, we could keep going in this schedule. It continues, but how about that for a first 4 weeks, right? So, like, these are your final tune-ups when you're watching Samford this week, and if you're trying to get your Friday, Saturday guys nailed down, if you're trying to get your exact bullpen roles nailed down, is Christian Little the setup guy? Is he the closer? What's going to happen? Like, this is the opportunity to do so, because once this train starts, it ain't stopping. And it's going to be brutal every single week, week in and week out. And now next week, I want to kind of look at, okay, what have the SEC teams done here in this preseason portion of the season? I keep calling it preseason. I can't help but think of it as preseason.
Pre-conference.
Pre-conference is technically correct, right? And you played quality. You played Brecht from Iowa. You played Texas. You've had a couple quality games, but it does have a preseason sort of feel compared to the insanity of what's right around the corner. But right now, you look, South Carolina's on top of the East at 13-1. You got Kentucky at 11-2, Mizzou 10-2, Florida 12-3, Tennessee 11-3. So nearly lost as many games as they did all last season. And then Vanderbilt at 10-4, Georgia 10-3. On the West, right now, Alabama's 14-0. I don't know if that means anything. I've not dove deep into this yet. Again, this is very surface level. LSU's in there at 12-1. Auburn 11-1. Auburn's been very good and is probably being overlooked once again. The defending national champs Ole Miss at 11-2. Arkansas at 10-2. Texas A&M at 9-4, which is a bit surprising. And then Mississippi State continues to struggle, man. 8-5. Here early on. It's almost like they sold their soul for that natty, kind of losing their way.
And they would do it again.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It was literally their 1,000th team season, and they never had a team championship. Speaking of baseball,
Alabama, to your point, though, real quick, T.
Yeah, go ahead.
14-0. They've played Richmond, Tennessee Tech, UT Martin, High Point, Jacksonville State, Illinois, Chicago, Samford, who LSU will see, and Alabama State.
Yeah, so
that's how they've gotten to 14-0.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a LSU basketball pre-conference sort of feel.
Man, LSU. I mean, you beat Wake Forest, who it's like not going to make the tournament, but they're a bubble team. You lost on like a tip-in against Kansas State, who's firmly in the tournament. That was your one loss, like going into conference play. Like you beat Arkansas in the first game. You're like, okay,
yeah, feeling good, dude.
And we all know how that ended.
Yeah, and it ended last night. Getting your ass beat by Vanderbilt while shooting 30% from the field. And all the Frodo memes of like, thank God it's done, basically tells the tale of the LSU basketball season. When we get back, let's close out hour number 1 of OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Get Gordon and get it done at Get Gordon on social media. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys, 225-888-8888. You can follow him on all social media, again, at Get Gordon, where you can keep up with the latest in the G team, like Gavin Guidry signing up for the G team, the sit-downs of Mason Smith, Angel Reese. Cheer on this LSU women's basketball team, who is the opposite of what we just talked about, who are awesome and dominate. Well, every single member is sponsored by Gordon McKernan. So if you need somebody who's going to fight for you and help you win, you want to call 225-888-8888.
You can go to getgordon.com. Once you go there, you can have a chat right on the site. You can see cases that they can handle for you. You can also see client results that they've had in the past. All there, again, online, getgordon.com. All social media, the handle is at getgordon. And whatever area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Electricity is all around us, and our families.
Charles Sandgriff, join us for Jimmy Odds Game Time starting at 10 a.m. from Ruffino's. Bruce Marshall joins us as well as Troy Macker from Bet Rivers, and we're getting into conference championship basketball. Jimmy Odds Game Time, 10 a.m.
Three nights against South Carolina, and that is going to be in Columbia. They're not around here. But that Monday night game, remember, the only game on TV, a little Monday night softball. It's going to be a Saturday, Sunday, Monday series. You get the LSU women's basketball team, their select show at Sunday. Pelicans, Thunder tomorrow at 7:30, and Blazers, Pelicans Sunday at 6. Both in the Smoothie King Center. How about
This is sports utopia time of year.
Yeah, yeah, and then conference championships wrapping up, straight into March Madness. The World Baseball Classic is actually like awesome. Like I'm not watching it, but I'm loving waking up, and as I'm waking up, scrolling Twitter and just seeing like insane crowds going wild over these baseball games. The juice is undefeated. We'll watch some of those videos next hour here on OTB.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bone.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,000 off new 2022 Ram 1500s. 2022 Ram 1500 trucks on our lot now with $10,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walk.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Good morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. on Friday, March 10th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect cloudy skies with a high of 74. Coming up on OTB, Brody Miller of The Athletic joins the show at 8:15. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
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 What's up, dude?
What's up, bruh?
What's up, dude?
None.
Cool, man. What's mine say?
Dude.
Oh, sweet.
I picked up on it.
Do y'all know what that's from?
No.
Bro, sweet. Oh, yeah, what's mine say?
You don't know.
Zoltan?
Bruh, y'all young as hell.
Dude, where's my car?
I was actually going to say that.
No, I swear you didn't say it, Danny. Didn't say it. Shut up. Shut up. You don't get to stolen valor the answer afterwards. I'm not letting you continue this. You can't talk anymore. I mean, you can talk, but not on this subject anymore. You should have guessed it. That would have been pretty epic if you had pulled that off.
If you'd have guessed it, we'd have been hyped.
It's like, did they ever teach you how to do like standardized testing at y'all's school back in the day? And they were told, if you don't know the answer, kind of go with your first instinct. Yeah. Like, that's what you should have done, Danny. You had it, but you doubted yourself, okay? So the same way that Brian Kelly's trying to empower these LSU football players to believe in themselves, believe in mastering their own craft during this spring portion, you need to learn to trust yourself a bit more, Daniel.
Trust your
right
eyes
on the money.
is what they always tell you.
Yeah, you were on the money.
Trust
dude.
your eyes.
You
They'll tell you the story, Danny.
Do they tell you that? I feel like trusting your eyes could get you into trouble, maybe. Because what if it's like a disguise?
Oh, they always say trust your eyes because that means you've been prepared the way you're supposed to be prepared. So you trust your eyes.
I don't think I've ever been told trust your eyes, actually. I'm trying to think. It definitely was not a studism, and he's really the only coach that ever really played for. I mean, really, when you stop and think about it.
Maybe it's a Norvism.
Now I remember look at the midsection in basketball, right? You're defending, right? You want to look at the core, okay? The head fakes, head can freak you out. With the ball in your hands are doing it can freak you out. You can't go anywhere without your belly coming with you, okay? Mar, you give me a weird look next time you're D'd up on the. Actually, Mark, do you ever go play? Do you ever go play pickup basketball?
I used to play a lot more than I do now. I haven't picked up a basketball in like a year, and it makes me kind of depressed. But it's just because I have nowhere to play.
But Mario did tell Danny he can get these buckets.
Danny can't get these buckets. That hasn't changed.
Yep. What is your role in the pickup basketball squad?
I'm a shooter. I can space the floor.
Oh.
Better guard me. People don't always know it. They don't guard me, and then they pay for it.
Ooh.
And I'm a good defender. I'm pesky on defense. Not a good rebounder. That's my biggest weakness. But yeah, I can shoot and I can defend.
Okay. I would have not guessed the shooting, judging from our paper ball trash can shot that I witnessed you miss earlier from 5 feet away. But, granted, it's not a
What happened? I got the rebound. I went back behind the three-point line.
You did follow your shot. You did not go behind the three-point line. The three-point line in this studio, Jake, is probably behind this desk right here.
Yeah.
Mario was shooting from the free throw line, trying to claim.
Nah, bro. I think you're in the paint.
Yeah, no, that's not in the paint.
You're
that's
in the paint.
That's right outside.
Bruh,
that's right outside the paint right there.
Fair.
All right, Danny, have you ever been a pickup basketball guy? Have you ever been a basketball guy?
Yes, played in the rec all the time.
Okay, what was your role?
Just defense.
You don't strike me as a lot of
player.
offensive skill. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, just straight hustle. Everybody needs him. You need that guy on the pickup team that's just gonna fight his ass off for rebounds and be pesky as hell defensively. It's like the Jose Alvarado of the NBA, basically. All right, coming up this hour on OTB, we'll talk a little March Madness. We got Brody Miller coming up next. We were talking Mark Henry during the break. I can't remember why. Mark Henry squatted 1,006 pounds, Jake. He benched 600, and he deadlifted 925. Can you fathom squatting 1,000?
I saw him do it
pounds? Live. Where?
LSU Shreveport Gymnasium.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he came to. So I used to I was big into Olympic lifting. Like growing up, like 9 years old, I started with Dr. Kyle Pierce. Shout out Dr. Kyle.
It's funny because like we were always told growing up, like it's going to stunt your growth or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you do it the right way, just like anything.
No, it's not true. I think science proved that to be untrue, but that was like accepted like old man wisdom at the time.
Right. And so, I mean, I hit the ground running. That's what I was definitely at that age. Like it felt like every day we were doing something, but he came to an event there and it was remarkable how large this human was. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
I get it. Remarkable. Nice
Not
job.
everything has to be
Nice
a pun.
job. I know you did it, dude. Good job. I'm proud of you, bud.
Okay.
God, look at that, Danny. You can't even fathom being under that thing, can you? You ain't squatted over 135 in a few years now, huh? You might have a better chance of this, though, Danny. Look at this. 462 pounds on the bench. Actually, I guess I did kind of close to that back.
I was about to say, that's about close to what I was doing.
Yeah, shout out Mark Henry. Okay.
But it did not look as easy as that just looked.
Give me some. No. Give me some. Now, this is insane. 903 pound.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, can I get some NBA on NBC Showtime music again as we prepare for our daily March Madness breakdown from Jake, who continues to hand you winners and who is on an unreal heater right now on the DraftKings app. We're talking 15-leg parlays, 11-leg parlays. My boy is hitting right now. Remember, you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. You use the promo code Baton Rouge. It is conference championship week this week. And what's that mean? You bet $5 pregame on a moneyline bet. And if your bet wins, you get $150 in free bets. Jake has won you 3 days in a row. Jake, what happened last night?
We did get Toledo was the team we gave out yesterday. We'll give another team out before we get out of here today. But let's recap what we saw on the hardwood. UCLA was struggling with Colorado. Why is that important? Because Jaden Clark, like we said yesterday, he's out for the rest of the year, best defender in the country. And you said, oh, no, is UCLA, who's the number 2 team in the country, are they going to not have title chances because they lost their best defensive player? But they did end up pulling away from Colorado. They win 80-69. Kansas wins again, 78-61 against West Virginia. They continue to be the team that I trust the most in basketball this year. If you're looking at the board and you're like, I'm not going to bet against that team the rest of the way, that would be Kansas for me.
Okay.
Whoever they're playing, don't do it, even
Bill
if it
Self,
looks enticing. Bill
sick,
Self,
just sick, but he's fine.
There was early reports it was a heart attack. It was not a heart attack. They've come out, they've denied that, but he will miss the rest of the Big 12 tournament. Looks like he'll be back for the NCAA tournament. So, first off, glad he's healthy. I mean,
yes,
when it was a heart attack, obviously you get a little worried there, but those reports have been debunked. All right, Marquette survives St. John's 72-70. Big East tournament's the Big East tournament. The Big East tournament it's like rugby for college basketball. It's physical. It is every year it's going to be physical, and it was yesterday for Marquette. St. John's likes that style, even though they've been struggling a little bit in Big East play. That style plays well in that tournament. They almost pull off the major upset in overtime, but they fall just short. Had a really good look at the end of the game. Texas starts to, as well, kind of pull away from the rest of the Big 12. It's Kansas, it's Texas, and then now there's a little bit of a gap between everyone else in the Big 12. They beat Oklahoma State 61-47. Arizona struggles with Stanford, but they end up pulling away very late into the game, 95-84. Arizona, UCLA, 2 teams in the Pac-12. A conference is probably only maybe 3 teams. 3 teams. Only going to get 3 teams in the NCAA tournament. But UCLA and Arizona could be national championship type teams. Iowa State, awful on the road, really good at home. And I guess they're good on neutral sites because they win 78-72 against Baylor in the Big 12 tournament.
Go Clones!
I don't think it doesn't feel like that's something they say.
Yeah, that's what they say, dude. Go Clones.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all want to know. Y'all never spend any time at Iowa State like I have.
When did you
spend time so bad?
What are y'all talking about? I spend time. I love Matt Campbell, okay? And I've been to Iowa State for multiple football camps as a child.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. That's a lie.
Go Clones! Clone Wars, baby! Suck it, Baylor!
Name not Brock Purdy or Breece Hall, an Iowa State football player. Mario?
Campbell.
I got
Is Matt-
nothing.
is Matt Campbell
Danny?
gone? Hold on.
I mean, at least give TJ Otzelberger, the basketball coach, like his name, not Matt Campbell over and over, but name a football player, not Brees Hall or Brock
Look,
Purdy.
my era of Iowa State football, I was a child, okay? My era of Iowa State football is different, so I can't name it.
Seneca Wallace.
Oh, shout out Seneca Wallace. Hell yeah,
Great
dude.
name.
Great
Fantastic
backup
name.
quarterback for years and years. Seneca Wallace just floating around NFL rosters, making sure the starter was all good.
That's like my go-to when we played the random athlete game.
Seneca Wallace.
Shout out.
Well, now you know where he played college
I went to Iowa
football.
State. That's cool. And to be clear, I've never been to Iowa State.
I think it was pretty clear after you finished talking.
That's fair.
In the Big East
Is it in Des
tournament,
Moines?
UConn 73, Providence 66. UConn might actually be a team that can win a national championship. They went out to Portland, dominated really good teams early in the season. They fell off in the middle of the season to the standard they had set, but now they're back into that standard, and they are playing the best basketball they've played maybe all season long right now. TCU beats Kansas State. Another great matchup in the Big 12, 80-67.
Scratch 'em cats. I always think about that.
TCU won,
beat
so
Kansas State.
yeah, it'd be the Horned Frog. I think it's like
this thing. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do this thing, the Horned Frog. I always think about that video of all the Southern sorority girls going to college. Might actually be worth
Yeah, I think we need to bring that back.
And, get that video.
North Carolina, I don't know if they've done enough. They actually might be on the outside looking in. They lose to UVA 68-59. Felt like they needed to win this game to get into the NCAA tournament. So UNC, the first team since 1975 to start the season number one and potentially not make the NCAA tournament. Very disappointing year for them.
You're not going to see them in the tournament.
Miami 74-72 over Wake Forest in the ACC tournament. Xavier comes back. DePaul led all game long until like the final 2 minutes. And then Xavier made a run, and they end up winning 89-84. Tennessee takes care of Ole Miss 70-55. San Diego State survives against Colorado State. They win 64-61.
Jacks.
Don't look now, but Duke's good again. Duke beats Pitt 96-69 in the ACC tournament. Pitt is a team that is 22-11, so it's not an awful team. Now they're going the other way, but Duke is winners, I believe, of 7 straight now. So they are playing their best basketball without question. They're now in the top 25. They look like they have figured out exactly who they want to be and what their identity is. John Shire obviously taking over for Coach K. A lot of pressure into that, even though he's been an assistant for Coach K. But he feels like now he's got that team where he wants them to be, and they're now in his mold.
Does Krzyzewski still go to the games?
I'm sure. He does Basketball and Beyond on Sirius XM. That follows me most days. Yeah.
How about this?
Do you think he listens to Meathead Radio?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Before he's like going on air.
He loves to listen to Bobby Carpenter talking about getting reach arounds on the Buckeye Cruise. How about this? The score is a palindrome. 96-69. Same backwards and forwards.
Yeah, that's like my birthday.
What?
5/8/85.
What? I never knew that. It's a cool birthday.
Mm-hmm. Now you know.
March Madness, baby. Catch it.
One more. Mississippi State 69, Florida 68. Mississippi State didn't look great at times in this game, but this was a big win for them. This probably got them in the NCAA tournament. They had to win this one to kind of shore everything up. I think they're now in the field of 68. It went into overtime, and Mississippi State had one of the nastiest transition buckets that you'll ever see. I still don't understand how the guy was able to finish. It looked like it was going out of bounds, but they hold on, and they get the victory there, now going to be a team that's dancing in March.
Danny, should I simp for Rivers and become Mississippi State fan for this tournament? Right?
You should simp for me and be a Gonzaga fan.
Something about Gonzaga, I just can't get behind.
Please tell me why.
The
fact that they've made 7 straight Sweet 16s, and they're a small Catholic school in Spokane, Washington, with 8,000 total undergrad and graduate students. 8,000 total students. They sell out every single game. And they've made a story. When ESPN has their TV meetings, they talk about 3 teams that are in tier 1 of viewership. It's Duke, Carolina, and Gonzaga.
Really?
And they've put themselves in Duke, Carolina category.
Exactly.
The little man who worked itself to be in that. Mark Few, loyal, been there for 23 years, doesn't leave, could have gone to any place in the country. You hate that.
Yeah, they're like UNC and Duke. You know, the big boys. They suck. I don't like the favorites. Also, I've always had a particular distaste for the Pacific Northwest. So.
And you said that you were a John Stockton fan growing up.
I love John Stockton.
Hey, Gonzaga legend. Are you today years old when you learned that? Please tell me you knew he went to Gonzaga.
Hell no, I didn't know John Stockton went to Gonzaga. All I care about is where did Jeff Hornacek go to college?
You didn't.
Mario, where did Jeff Hornacek go to college?
I'll tell you in approximately 10 seconds.
Why are you bringing up Jeff Hornacek?
Because him and
All
Stockton
white
used to
guys look
kill
alike?
it. No, him and Stockton used to kill as a 1 and 2.
Wow. Iowa State.
Oh, let's go! Exactly, dude. Go Cloves.
You didn't know John Stockton?
Where did Greg Ostertag go?
Kansas?
I think so. That sounds right.
I think he's Kansas.
What about Byron Russell? We've now worked
the
our
High
way
Sox?
through the Jazz
Yeah.
starting 5. He was a 3.
Drew Timme just became Gonzaga's all-time leading scorer.
Don't like Timmy. He's too much. With the mustache and everything. Get out of here, Drew.
Timmy.
Timmy.
More like Pooh Timmy. I'm cheering for Mississippi State.
Okay. We'll see who lasts longer. Boys, who you rooting for?
Probably not the Bulldogs.
Give us a team. Since LSU's not in it, you're a free agent. You get to pick.
I haven't picked my next St. Peter's yet, but just in terms of rooting interest, I would like to see Gonzaga go far, make a run.
Yeah, Danny, you got a team? You got a squad?
UCLA.
Yeah, okay. That tracks.
Sissy Blue.
Dude. Okay, I will say this.
About Sissy Blue.
I do like when somebody's being great because I hate how we just like knock people for not winning championships. I would like Mark Few to get a championship just so he could so people couldn't hold that against him. But I have no particular actual for Gonzaga.
I mean, that's a little surprising. It feels like a story that you would fully get behind.
Jake, you've been hitting a lot of these parlays. You're already an existing DraftKings customer. Have you been doing the boosts? So right now, you can boost your parlays by up to 10% for each additional leg that you add, up to 100%.
Yeah, and boosting a parlay, that's just not offered a lot of places. You typically can only boost a single game, which is great. But being able to boost a parlay, it gives you the ability to put some money lines in there that you feel really good about.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah,
you don't have
yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
So you put the money lines you feel good about, and then you boost it. Then it makes it basically like an even bet.
So
little pro tip there.
Remember, it's a very good tip there. Remember, you can boost up to 10 legs to 100% boost, as well as you bet $5 on any college hoops pregame money line, and if you win, you get $150 in free bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, promo code Baton Rouge. Must be 21 or older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus issues of free bets, 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10 plus a leg required for 100% boost. Deposit, parlay, and wager restrictions apply. Eligibility in terms of sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball. Terms Golden Nugget Lake Charles Gambling Problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537. Brody Miller when we get back.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Car talk. So somebody on Twitter, my guy Chris Landry, was asking me, are we sure Dennis Allen is better than Josh McDaniel? The question would be, are we sure Pete Carmichael is better than Josh McDaniel? And to be fair, no, we are not. But to stick with our analogy, if All-Star Toyota was the quarterback coach, I would say yes, absolutely. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge is better than Josh McDaniel. I have no problem standing by that, okay? So if you want to better yourself today, your current vehicular situation, you want something new, you want a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get warranty coverage, you want cheaper per day rental price than your traditional rental companies, just want to explore, see what there's for you, not even sure what you want. Let them be your guide at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're looking for, they're going to have you covered. No matter what vehicle type you need, they're going to have it over at All-Star. And that's buying, leasing, and renting in all three of those processes. So check it out today, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. long live you.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs.
Don't miss the LHSAA Boys Select Division I Basketball Championship game between the number 1 seeded Scotlandville Hornets and the 3 seeded Catholic High Bears this Saturday at 6 p.m. on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Give me your attention, baby. I gotta tell you a little something about yourself. You're one of our flawless, ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Ooh, wow. I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine. Fine, so fine. Ooh, wow. Oh, girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. Let's talk to our best LSU football friend, Brody Miller. At Brody A. Miller on Twitter, writes for The Athletic, does a great job over there. Brody, what's up, man?
Not too much. How are you doing?
Doing well for sure.
Got a greasy mullet going on right now,
Hell
Brody.
yeah, dude. I haven't washed my hair in like 2 weeks.
It shows.
Well, you look, I'm not. My brain's not awake enough to come up with a clever insult, so I'm just going to chill.
That's okay. No, that makes I completely get that. Better to be self-aware, right, instead of forcing the issue.
Yes.
You know, I mean, actually, that was kind of one of the themes of Brian Kelly's press conference yesterday was self-awareness, right, and recognize that spring is about maximizing self-improvement, not even necessarily about competing against your opponent or a scoreboard or anything like that. Brody, were you out there on the Ponderosa for day one?
I was on the Ponderosa.
How'd it go?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
not open-ended at all.
I don't know. Yeah,
No,
how'd it go?
I
Look,
think
he's
it's
a
key
writer.
question because there's
take it where
so
you want.
much. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I really want to dissect the X's and O's of the unpadded, injury-filled practice.
Yes.
No, yeah, I think my takeaway, one, I always, I mean, you guys would know better than me. I feel like the spring after a successful season but also when you have an experienced roster, they're always the weirdest springs because I feel like you are resting everyone that's like nicked up because like, hey, make sure you're healthy for the season or get that shoulder cleaned up or your knee. And it's like, because you know what you're doing on the field. So it's a spring of a ton of guys being out, but it's mainly guys they trust and things like that. So I think a lot of the focus of this spring will be on those new guys, a lot of those transfers, the corners, kind of what's going on with like Marlon Martinez and some of those offensive linemen. I feel like those are going to be the intrigue. And then also I think a clear takeaway from Kelly's press conference and even just watching was I remember the first few days of last spring, it was chaos, not in like a bad way, but everything was about learning how to play under Brian Kelly. I mean, he stopped one of his practices early because he's like, because they were hitting too hard. It's like they have to learn how to practice under me. And I think that was the entire first spring. And it wasn't even about scheme much and stuff like that. And I think this one, it's much more about technique and Kelly talks about this. It's about competition and, when a drill's done, you're talking about the right things instead of just, learning how to practice. So I do think this is going to be a bit more of a spring of actual growth compared to just learning how to play under Brian Kelly.
Brody, so when you go to practice, and obviously there's other members of the media there, and typically like we all have a theme, like when we go to practice, like everyone's watching A or they're watching B or they're watching C, right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's always something that we all kind of get together as a group and we'll kind of chat about while we're at practice. What's that for this year, spring practice?
Ooh, good question. I feel like, because I feel like we can kind of, like last year was like, you got to watch the quarterbacks, right? Like you got to watch, and you still do because obviously that's my situation. It's interesting. I feel like corner will be number one for me, but it's also like, I feel like corner, and please tell me if you think I'm wrong. I think corner is like the least like you're going to learn much about during like a spring practice. Like you're kind of just, running drills and stuff, and you're not really seeing them in like major moments, at least in the availability weekend. But corner is probably the one I'm watching, but I do think I'm going to be watching. I think my actual answer is those new edge rushers. Just that, Deshaun Womack's a non-contact participant, so I mean he's not really going to be in that group. But Ovia Gofo and Braden Swinston, some of these guys, and Jackson Howard's an early enrollee. I think especially once pads get on and we get a lot of pass rush drills, and I think spring you get a lot of one-on-ones and stuff like that. I really want to see just kind of which of those edge rushers are ready to play. And I think just quickly looking, I mean Ovia Gofo looks like he. Physically, obviously he's an experienced Texas player. He looks physically like he's ready to play in the SEC.
Brody, help me out on the offensive line because it's a little bit weird, right? Where I feel like at full strength they have good starting depth, right? I feel like with the addition of Lunsford, you return all 5 starters. You probably feel like you have 7 starters on that offensive line, but at the same time you actually have no depth. Like offensive line, it's going to actually change the function of practice this spring, right? I mean, he already acknowledged that yesterday.
No, I think it's a really good point. It's like it's a problem right now, but it's not a problem in the big picture, right? Because I mean, 6 guys you actually like really, really think much of that are available for spring, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that is weird because your second O-line's not really necessarily, at this moment, at the spring, is probably not giving you the best reps and the best looks for a second defense that's actually, guys who are going to play. And that is a tricky dynamic. And that is something that I think we're probably going to need to kind of talk to Kelly more about. And he talked about it a little yesterday, but really just figure out what the plan is there because that is really tough because I assume, I don't know how rep distribution normally works. You don't want to put too much on the first team O-line and things like that. But yeah, it's going to be tricky, right? Because you do have a really good group of freshmen coming in, and Mason Lunsford's going to come in. And in the big picture, their O-line depth is, I think you got 9 guys you probably like. You're not in trouble. It's just right now with Turner injured and things like that, and guys not arriving yet. It is just in a very weird spot. Kind of reminds me of like 2018 in that way, or 2019.
Yeah, whatever year it was when they had 8 scholarship O-linemen available for spring, that was kind of insane. But you're not that far off. I mean, you're at like 10 right now, I think. Brody, when it comes to the running back position, it's a bit similar where your top 3, Ronnie Goodwin's not going to practice the whole time. I think Josh Williams is open to returning. John Emery sounds like he's not going to. He's probably going to just be focusing on academics first, then football. So it's a weird situation. Okay, you got Noah Kane, you got Trey Holly. Who are the other bodies in that group that you expect to rep this spring?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's not many. I mean, the only other guy who was there was walk-on Malachi Lane from Texas. I mean, that's it. I mean, obviously, yeah, Josh Williams might return, and it's very similar, like you said, to the O-line, where it's like, in the big picture, they have 6 scholarship running backs, and maybe Emery, you don't know what his status is, but 5. Like, you're comfortable with that. It's fine. It's actually more than they had last year, but it is just going to make spring really tricky, especially because Trey Holly is a freshman, an early enrollee. Like, I mean, that's going to be huge for him, obviously. I think he's going to get a ton of value from that. But also, like, he's being thrown into, like, probably first and second team reps right away when he's just kind of a fringe guy. So, I think that is going to be I think that's going to be a real theme, quite frankly, of these next few weeks is how Brian Kelly plans to distribute and maybe just zig away from major reps on certain positions. Maybe go more 7-7 something. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't really know how you adjust that because none of the running backs available Noah Kane's going to play quite a bit, but none of the running backs available I would say are your top 2 running backs. No. And that, even that alone just makes it an odd dynamic.
Brody, one of the guys that I was most excited about in the transfer portal, Omar Spates. And this was this is a player that I watched before I even thought he was transferring from Oregon State. You watch their tape from a year ago, and he flashes. I mean, he looks the part. Yeah. He plays the part, the whole deal. So when he went into the portal, I'm like, man, if LSU, they got a need there. If they could find a way, I'm like, man, this guy's playing on the West Coast. He's from the East Coast. There's no way. Didn't know he had a tie with Matt House. So very excited about what he can bring to LSU. Did you get a chance to set eyes on him yesterday?
Yeah, a short amount, but definitely. I mean, he looks very quick, just kind of rangy is the word that I keep coming to, even though I don't know if that is accurate. And, him and, by the way, I thought it was really interesting, and this means nothing, but in, like the little perimeter drills where you run around with the pursuit drills, the first team defense that would go out there obviously means nothing, to preface that again, but it was Perkins and Spates in those 2 inside spots. And I think that is a little interesting, right? Because I think House has talked about maybe you want Perkins floating around more. I don't know. But maybe for the sake of drills, they have him there. But that combo is riveting because it's just pure athleticism and explosiveness. But neither of them are, they're both strong enough to, I would assume, to, run fits and things like that. But either way, I'm really intrigued. Also, let's talk about the number combo, if that is what happens, of 1 and 4 being the inside linebackers. Can't say I've ever seen that, and that's fascinating. But, no, I love Space, man. And like you said, those Oregon State defenses, what made them so fun is, like, they weren't even that talented and quote-unquote good, but they just flew around. Like, they looked faster than they even were. They were just flying, and that's what Space is. So I think he's a key addition to this group.
Based on what you saw yesterday, Brody, how many tackles is Spates going to have this season?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. I'm thinking 74, but, maybe 75.
Step down from last year. He had 83 at Oregon State. I mean,
I know, but it's tricky,
More playmakers around him.
Plays.
Yeah,
like a play rate's different.
Yeah, I guess that makes a bit of sense. Okay, I didn't realize Harold Perkins has gone to 4 either. I don't know that I love that. I mean, I'm willing to be sold on whatever Harold Perkins wants to sell me.
I loved him in 40.
I did too.
But I loved him in 10, and then he changed to 40 before last season. I thought 10 would have been a cool vibe.
Yeah. Well, 10 would have been cool because he's like your play, like it's like a soccer thing for you. You two guys get it, right? He's your playmaker.
Yeah, well, I mean, our two clubs haven't made a lot of plays, but we get it. Yes.
Yeah. We get it. But 40 was really good. It was like 40 is a great linebacker number because it both feels athletic. 40 elicits speed, but it also elicits like a weird, like a physicality. 4 gives you a little less like of a physicality vibe.
So you feel small.
So that's going to be a really interesting dynamic.
40?
Yeah, you wore. I mean, Mike Allstott wore 440.
I wore 40 in Denver. I like 40.
I wore 53 for Bill Romanowski, but I never spit in anybody's face because I'm a sad.
Is that actually why you wore 53?
Kind of. I loved Bill Romanowski. It was more because kind of what you're getting at, Brody. I wanted a number that made me feel slightly more athletic.
53.
And these 60s, all these 60 numbers were too fat, no linemen.
I wore 40 because 18 plus 22. My 2 numbers.
Okay. That's some good meathead.
Thank you.
That's good.
Hey, Brody,
that's well done, sir.
Brody, is the Buckeye Cruise weird?
Does he know what the Buckeye Cruise
is? The what?
Have you heard of the Buckeye Cruise?
No, but I'm going to Google it as we
No, I'll tell you about it real quick.
Yeah,
they've been doing it for a while. It is for charity. It is former and current Ohio State players and coaches. Ryan Day was on this thing. They go for 7 days. Jim Tressel was as well. You're right. They go for 7 days on a Buckeye cruise where fans and players and coaches are on the cruise together. They raise like $4 million for charity.
Okay, that's incredible.
I mean, it's amazing. But I've never heard of anything like that. Like, can you imagine like an LSU cruise? Oh my God, there'll be some stories from that. But they've done it for years. It's called the Buckeye Cruise. Like, you got to check it out because I'm intrigued as hell by it.
My instinct is like that's kind of weird, but then I very much try to always live by the rule of stop calling things weird or like criticizing things that are access or like not access in like a media way, but like exposure to athletes in a way we never get anymore.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to call it weird, even though that's my first instinct. It's like when a guy in an interview gives like a really like aggressive, cringeworthy like rip on somebody answer, and we all scold him, and I'm like, maybe you should be scolded, but guys, give it an honest answer. Let's live with it. So it's that same world for me.
Yeah. It's a constant push-pull of like we crave more authenticity, but when we get it, we make fun of it or criticize it a lot. Yeah, okay, I can be down with that. I mean, it's probably your best chance to smoke a cigarette with Bobby Carpenter. Like,
it's a great point.
Right? Like, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. Hell, dude, I would go on a Lord of the Rings cruise. Like if you gave me the old cast, are you kidding me? I would clean out my kids' college funds to pay for tickets to go on a cruise with the original cast of Lord of the Rings.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, I get it, dude. I definitely. Brody, who would you clean out your kids' college accounts to go on a cruise with?
Yep, that's the question.
Oh, that's a great question. Oh man, I'm struggling.
Which independent filmmaker are you about to name?
I was gonna say, I feel like Paul Thomas Anderson's pretty high on there. Yeah,
sure.
Like something in that realm because he's funny. So yeah, I think that was it would just be like a really cringeworthy like Tool director cruise, and then I'd be like, I'm the worst.
I mean, that'd be pretty sick though. Actually, I go on a cruise with PTA as well, to be clear. Brody Miller at Brody A. Miller. How come nobody ever calls you Bam? Never thought about that until this moment right now. All right, Bam, take it easy, brother.
See you, Bam.
Later, guys.
Bye. More OTB next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Water.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years.
Charles Hannigrove, join us for the Friday edition of Handy Time. We start with Jimmy Ott's Game Time at 10 a.m. from Rafino's. Doug Thompson is with us to talk LSU baseball. Shay Dixon from On 3 with us to talk LSU football. Handy Time, noon weekdays, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Are we talking coaches here, T-Bob? Are we
I have
doing
it on
that?
the document. Top 10 coaches in all
I
of
think we
college
should.
football.
I think we could bleed this into 2 segments.
Because
you wrote me at 5 this morning, and I wrote back.
I woke up at 4 a.m. today, and there was a massive armadillo in my backyard right under the light. Really weird.
What'd you do?
I looked at it for a couple minutes, and then I went and worked out.
So he won.
Yeah, I didn't stick around or hang out with him or anything. Yeah, he won the. Sure, yeah.
He won the
I
duel.
wonder what he's doing back there. Do armadillos eat dog poop? That's kind of what I was wondering. Does anybody know?
It's not something I've researched.
Do you know that they cause leprosy or something like that? There's some sort of link between armadillos and leprosy. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Ask Ben McDonald. Didn't he
careful.
play with one?
I don't know that you can throw something like that out there and then not have a fact to back it up.
I used to be so scared of leprosy growing up. I think it's a function of going to a Christian school and everything, and you hear so many stories about lepers. Like I used to have bad dreams about getting leprosy all the time.
Yeah, you have weird panic attacks about weird things.
I haven't had one about leprosy, thankfully, but I did used to have nightmares about it.
You made it sound like you did.
No, I had nightmares as a kid, where like your skin's falling off and everything. Yeah. Shout out to my wife. There actually used to be a leper colony here in Baton Rouge. I don't know if it's still around. I think it's a museum now. But my wife in college did a project on some of the inhabitants, including Mr. Pete, who's a very nice old man who was, one of, having to deal with leprosy his entire life. Pretty rough stuff. What were we talking about?
Transition
top
that
10
to
coaches
top 10
in college
coaches.
Football. Yeah.
What a transition. I bet this discussion has never been led in by armadillos and leprosy.
So where this started is Bruce Feldman and Stuart Mandel did their top 10 college coaches, or top 25, and I have a lot of problems with their top 10. Bruce Feldman went Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, Dabo Swinney, Jim Harbaugh, James Franklin at 5, Ryan Day 6, Lincoln Riley 7, Brian Kelly 8, Kyle Whittingham 9, Lance Leipold 10. Love Leipold getting in that top 10. Stuart Mandel, being a complete coward, pulled a 1A and 1B with Kirby and Nick Saban, which, I mean, come on. You stand by your take. You don't get 1A and 1B. That's not how this works. Then he went Dabo third as well. He went Brian Kelly 4, Lincoln Riley, Jim Harbaugh, Ryan Day, Whittingham, Fickle, Franklin. Look, Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football. I feel very firmly about that.
I've got him too.
I think that Nick Saban is the best ever. But entering this year, who are the best coaches in college football? Kirby Smart is number 1.
I mean, we could have the discussion. There's 2 guys in the discussion.
Yes, there are only 2, to be fair.
I've got Nick 1 and I've got Kirby 2, but
you, Stewart, and Bruce. Cowards. It's Kirby. I hate it.
That's why it's your list, and that's why it's mine.
Yeah. No.
I'm
trying to make you right, though, because you're wrong right now, so I'm trying to help you out.
No.
All right, who else you got? Give me your top 5.
I'll give you my top. I'll just go ahead and roll off my top 10.
Give me.
And then we can talk about it. At 1, I've got Nick Saban.
Okay.
At 2, I've got Kirby Smart.
Okay.
At 3, I've got Brian Kelly. At 4, I've got Ryan Day.
Oh, okay.
At 5, I've got Dabo.
Okay.
At 6, I've got Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
7, Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
8, Kyle Whittingham.
Yeah.
9, Luke Fickle.
Okay.
And 10, Sonny Dykes.
Okay, we are very similar. I had Ryan Day third on my list yesterday over Kelly, and Aaron actually went the opposite way. He put Kelly at 3.
Aaron's a big fan of Brian Kelly.
Yeah, he's a big fan. I mean, every national voice is, right? That's kind of one of the funny parts about it.
I went 3 just because what he did at Notre Dame, that job is so hard to stabilize, and he stabilized that program, and he was very successful in that program and never had this fall off a cliff moment. It's difficult to do at that place. And then he comes here and goes to the SEC championship game in year 1.
I'm just glad you avoided the Dabo at 3 trap that both Feldman and Mandel fell into, where it's like, well, he has championships, so we have to put him there.
Well, Jimbo's not on this list. He's got 1. Max got 1.
Yes, exactly. Dabo is at odds with the current nature of college football. Still in the top 5, certainly, but he's not above these other guys. Yeah. So no James Franklin in your top 10?
No James Franklin. What he did at Vanderbilt was incredible. It truly was. But I feel like there's been more disappointment at Penn State.
Yeah.
Right? There's been teams with talent. There's been guys that have been great Sunday players that you have not gotten the most out of, in my opinion. So no.
This is a prove-it year for Franklin. I think he has to win one of those 2 games, Ohio State, Michigan, obviously. I love having Whittingham at 8. It's well-deserved.
He might even deserve to be higher. I mean,
you could argue that you could put him above Lincoln Riley. I wouldn't, but, I'm willing to hear the argument. And then I'm sure, like me, you have Matt Rule at 11, right outside that top 10?
No, I don't.
What?
I don't have him right. I mean, I didn't go to 11, but no, I don't have him.
I can bring you. Need me to?
I'm surprised. None of y'all.
Resume?
None of y'all. I don't really care. If you, I don't care if you want to pull it up. That sounded like I don't care.
That was me
about his resume. I don't care, T-Bob, if you pull it up. For me, Sonny Dykes is going to make that top 10 because Sonny's been good everywhere he's been. In the Cal situation, he wasn't great, but that's an awful athletic department. Maybe the worst Power 5 athletic department that we have. Their basketball coach just won 3 games. There's no resources. There's no buy-in. They don't help you at all. Every coach on his staff hated the area. It was just not a great fit at all. And they were okay. They weren't awful. They weren't great. They were just okay. And then he goes to SMU, gets that program to places that hadn't been in a very long time. And now TCU, year number 1, goes to a national championship game. Sonny Dykes deserves to be in the top 10 for sure. For me.
Closing hour 2 of OTB next.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
It's the details that make the difference between good enough and simply the best. At Skag Power Equipment, the difference is in designing lawnmowers with your convenience and comfort in mind. At Skag, we believe that quality and substance matter, and that you'll appreciate the attention to detail and craftsmanship we put into every single product. Thick steel and heavy-duty components provide you with unmatched reliability and performance. Skag, simply the best.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. and backed by the one-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
Hey, it's Matt Musso. Join me Monday through Friday for your daily update on LSU baseball with Musso at the Box, presented by New Orleans Flooring. Wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, and check out New Orleans Flooring. 2 locations, Metairie and Prairieville, or NOLAFlooring.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walk.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me?
Hey, it's on. Join me a Friday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. LSU Spring Football, SEC Basketball Tournament. Getting you ready for LSU in Sanford at the Box. Hunt Palmer Show, 1 to 3 Friday, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
So just awful clock management by us today. I mean, just absolutely putrid. We've been actually doing better with it all week long, and we have just completely... I have completely dropped the ball today, so I apologize.
There's no I on this desk. It's only a we.
Yeah.
Look, next week... next week, point of emphasis is to have at least 7 minutes.
7 minutes? Okay.
7 minutes in the last
segment? Okay.
Of the hour.
Okay.
Every day.
I'm going to be strict. We need to make a pact. We have to be okay with giving each other break signs.
Ooh,
I know you hate it. I know, and I'm really only talking to you because you're the one that always reacts very angrily whenever you get a break sign. Well, we could do something other than a break sign. We could do like an ear tug.
Yeah,
we could do like a baseball.
If you do this in front of me,
what if I just like kind of
Maybe
tug my ear or something, or like
because like for me, like when I see that, I get so angry, my point halts, and I'm like, I lost my train of thought, and I want to punch that human that gave me the brakes.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. So that's we will come up with some system.
That's why I said we.
Try to combat it. You're
That's
right.
why it's not just a you; it's a we thing.
I agree. We got
and
this.
we look when we have a guest sometimes in that spot, it, goes a little long, and that's where we try to play catch up.
We got this. I apologize.
We'll do better in hour 3, I promise.
Hour 3 coming next. Yeah, we'll leave some time for estimate.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to Accutemp of Baton Rouge, AccutempBR.com, AccutempBR.com. Remember, for the month of March, you install that new AC unit, and you get the premium clean air package for free. My bad for sitting down, Danny, and screwing up your camera angle. But what this is, Jake, is...
Do your job, Danny.
You get your AC unit installed, and then through science, your AC unit basically just like hyper cleans your air quality. This is something this is $1,800 in value. So take advantage. Remember, for all your AC, heat, and electrical needs, get that service to the highest degree with Accutemp of Baton Rouge.
And you're going to get it every single time. That's not just us saying that. Go on the internet, a place where everything is hated on, but you're not going to see them hate on Accutemp because they truly are the best. That's why they have the ratings that they have. You deal with Accutemp one time, just one time, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. AccutempBR.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,000 off new 2022 Ram 1500s. 2022 Ram 1500 trucks on our lot now with $10,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. on Friday, March 10th. Your government taco forecast in Baton Rouge. Expect cloudy skies with a high of 74. Coming up on OTBOT, Rivers Huey joins the show in studio. You can follow today's show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at OTB_ESPN, or catch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. OTBOT, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Look, we have very festive cups. So say, how do you say cups? We're about a week away.
Let's get lucky.
From one of our favorite holidays. Oh, look at that. Let's get lucky. I get it. It's like a sex thing. Or it could be. Or maybe it's just like a general.
Maybe it's just a general, like.
Felicitous.
Maybe it's just like luck, like a parlay.
Yeah, oh no, yeah.
It's
guys,
March,
Yeah,
you know?
you guys are probably right. That's probably what these St. Patty's Day party cups are referencing. Probably just some
Look,
wholesome
big
like,
March Madness. Big
okay,
March Madness
that's
fans.
Right. That's fair. What do we say? Oh, SEC play kicks off next Friday. Right?
Baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah,
LSU
softball
baseball.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Baseball
Like,
next
whoa.
weekend.
I thought you were saying basketball. I was like,
No.
He's a little behind. Would that surprise you?
No, I know, but I was like, wow, we just talked about it when I walked in the room.
So much fun talking crap to Georgia fans for a day. And then that was the extent of my SEC basketball fandom this year. It was a good day, though, a couple days ago. I loved texting
I
all
was
my Georgia
very,
friends.
very fortunate to be able to have the ability to talk about good basketball teams this year on off campus.
Oh, yeah, that's
because,
true.
I mean, here, like, you know, LSU's
But-
bad basketball
But
team.
LSU
so
basketball does kind of exist in that weird spot where, like, if they're that bad, you kind of – I mean, it's great when they're good because you can talk about them, but they're not –
it's great when they have a pulse at all.
Yes. But they're not required. They're not one of those sports where, like, even if baseball doesn't have a pulse, like if baseball or football didn't have a pulse, we would be
You'd be
chopping it up every single day,
fighting for your life out here.
weeping and gnashing, burning everything to the ground.
I feel like people's response to the basketball situation is kind of like,
it's like, well, Jim's.
I mean, you want them to be good,
Yes.
for sure. But like, I guess, like you said, because you have those other sports that you sort of lean on when basketball isn't great, you're kind of like,
Well, and the PMAC's got a lot of good going on anyway. Like the women's team's awesome.
Wow.
Gymnastics is
we
awesome.
never talked about that, but I went to the Mississippi State LSU women's basketball
how
game.
was it? I didn't know that.
It was incredible. I mean, I think they set an attendance record
Yeah,
that
they
night.
did. They did.
Which was wild. I mean,
Yeah.
for a women's basketball game.
I agree.
It was so much fun. We went and the kids, it was the first basketball game they probably ever been to. And they loved it.
Yeah.
Like, they loved the fanfare. They did the whole intro in the beginning, which was fun. Turn the lights out. Just the whole thing. They ate popcorn. They loved that. We stayed until almost the end of the game. And it was like
superior with kids.
Yes. And I was
and
a little
softball.
worried because we were sitting at the top and I was like, oh, they're not going to be able to see, like whatever. They were fully engaged.
That's cool.
They loved it. So it was a really fun experience. And all the fans were, I don't know if this is like a women's basketball thing because I don't go to a lot of women's basketball games, but like people were so nice. It was not my traditional playing LSU in a sport, experience.
That's also what I realized when I took the girls to the gymnastics meet was like, oh, this is like a pretty positive overall environment.
Well, people were like,
nobody's cheering when somebody falls or anything. Everybody's cheering.
I went to go get the
good
food,
routine.
and people were like, "Hey, like, how do you think y'all are gonna do today? Like, y'all have a chance." And I was just like, "What are we doing right now?" I mean, it was weird. Everyone was really, really cool.
So what you're saying is there's a niche market for me to just go there and be an a-hole. And just like bring like football hyper aggression to women's basketball.
Just yell Tiger bait.
Yeah, just be tiger baiting every single person I see wearing a different jersey.
Yeah, that would be a move. That would be certainly
dude.
a
Hell yes,
move.
dude.
But we had a lot of fun, so that was exciting.
Yeah, so basketball season's over. That kind of is what it is.
Where's the baseball series this year? Do y'all know? Mississippi State LSU?
I'm not sure.
I think it's here.
So speaking of weeping and gnashing of teeth, we did a very, very light dusting of looking at SEC baseball standings thus far, and I noticed that Mississippi State's 8-5 this far.
Like,
How is
I've been like casually paying attention.
I know
to these beginning games.
I don't know your
I
extent.
checked it last week, and we're okay. I can't decide. I can never ever decide at this point whether we're actually good or whether we're just really bad.
Well, I remember Ole Miss was bad last
no,
year
I saw a tweet I saw a tweet that was like 1 year ago, and it was like our score from some game last year, and it was like, are we good or are we bad? Please advise. Like I like at this point, it's just hard to know. Last year turns out really bad.
Yeah.
That was the answer then. But I think we've done okay. I mean, I think in all the series I checked, like as of last weekend, we had won all the series we had played. We'd lost one in each series.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's get to 8-5 record.
Yeah.
But what's like, because like, you know, what are you getting through osmosis? What's your dad saying? What's kind of the general temperature?
Okay, let me tell you what my dad's doing right now.
Okay.
I woke up this morning, I opened up Twitter. What my dad is doing is just diving as deep as possible into college basketball.
Okay, hell yeah.
That's where my dad is right now. He's tweeting till 10:30. I was about to say late, but I guess 10:30 is probably not late. But for my dad, that feels like a late tweet.
Yeah.
He's in. He's tweeting away. He's fully invested in the basketball. So I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of baseball information from him, other than he's been there and he's having fun in the left field lounge.
Ah, man.
You know?
I that is one of those sporting bucket list things. I would like to experience the Mississippi State left field lounge.
Mm-hmm. So I imagine once March Madness is kind of coming to the middle part, or, you know, like the middle part of the tournament.
After the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, he'll probably start to veer into baseball.
SEC play, and then we'll all dive into it.
But again, it's hard to know. Like, it's hard to know even with the baseball team right now whether you really want to invest or not, because it's like you don't know if you are good yet.
But don't you have to be invested, basically? Like, it's like that's.
I mean, you're always going to be invested. We're always going to be invested.
Yeah.
But it's like, how invested are we about to get?
Fair.
You know. So I think in the next few weeks I'll have a better idea. But I mean, I'm hoping the answer is good.
You'll know after next weekend.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
SEC play.
Who's Mississippi State open up with? I wonder.
I don't even know either.
Look it up.
I'm hoping the answer is good.
Yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
we are planning to go. I think mid-April I'm going to go to a game, but I am notorious for showing up at that stadium and losing. So I apologize preemptively.
Okay, you open at Kentucky, so a very winnable series. Kind of grease up the wheels a little bit. They're doing very well. They've done very well in the preseason. I guess I mean in that they're one of the few unranked SEC teams, and you got Vandy right after that at home. That'll be a pretty good.
But I will say the
South
few things
Carolina.
I've caught have been pretty cool. Our pitcher, the one that is a very cool situation.
That is very
that can pitch both ways.
And throw 90 plus.
Yeah, like he's doing pretty well. And I had this question, and I thought maybe it was dumb, but then I asked a few baseball people, and it seemed like it wasn't as dumb of a question.
Depends on what baseball people. But
well, professional baseball player. Yeah, okay. I asked a professional baseball player, and he told me it wasn't dumb, so I believe him. But
Riz really turned her crush on Brent Rooker into like a lifelong friendship. It's very sweet.
Yeah, look what'll happen. You did this, so thank you. I guess
I
guess I have
my
you to thank.
introduction.
So the question was, who has to decide first, the batter, the hitter, or the pitcher? I mean, like, or does that make
yes.
like?
Yeah, we talked about
the
this.
timer. I actually don't know.
Yes, like does he get to see what the hitter's doing and then decide, or does he have to set and then the hitter can come? And I mean, the hitter decides, or no, the pitcher, he has to decide before the hitter comes up where he's going to be.
Yeah, just like a pinch hitter type situation. Like you have to.
You can change each hitter, but you have to decide where you're going to pitch before the hitter.
And you have to stay that side the entire.
Yes, the entire time.
The entire
You can't switch.
Yeah. So a switch hitter is the only person that can outmaneuver the switch pitcher.
But I'm sure there's enough data out there with these hitter.
Yeah,
you know, like you kind of know what you want to do before they get up there.
You know if the guy's better from the left or right side.
Yes, exactly. So you're just gonna, based on that. But there's just a lot of analytics that go into baseball that I don't understand.
It is much more impressive to be a switch pitcher than a switch hitter.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to be prepared.
I know
for
a lot
switch
of people
pitcher, 'cause you
that
never
can
see it.
go up there and swing from both sides of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people that can be the most athletic person you've ever met in your life. You put a ball in the opposite hand and get them to throw it, it's the ugliest thing you'll ever see.
Yeah. Danny,
then there's a guy, you may know, I should know his name. He is a freshman at Mississippi State. he's like, I think, going to be very good. He hit a home run, like one of the first series, but it was like he hit it so far out of Duty Noble. It was unbelievable. Like,
hit it outside the stadium?
Yes. I mean, it was like out. I think it was like 400 and something, whatever. Like, it was incredible. So I think he's going to be cool to watch. I think the problem is a lot of these people playing from Mississippi State are either really young or they've just transferred in and you're just not sure what they're going to do. So I think that's why people don't know whether we're good or not.
Well, and again, Ole Miss was awful last year, and then they won the Natty.
Right.
So
They barely made
hell.
postseason.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. But that is one of those great sporting moments. It's why every wild card team, like the 9-7 Giants, or why every wild card team in the NFL could be like, dude, we can win the Super Bowl. It's like Derek Carr. I mean, if you make the playoffs at 10-7, you can win the Super Bowl. Look at the Giants, okay? Now, did they have a Hall of Fame defensive line featuring the best sack artist?
Yeah, they did.
ever?
A couple of them.
Yeah.
You know what's been making me angry the last couple of days is people are like, the Saints are the best team in the NFC South now. I mean, they could get into the wild card. I'm like, they'd be a division winner, though. Like, they wouldn't be a wild card team. They'd be a division winner.
But you are still playing
in the wild card round.
Yeah, and everybody's still playing weekend one. But no, you would have a better draw. Yes, you would have a better draw. You'd be in the Superdome.
I guess like last little baseball thing here that I'm thinking about. Shout out to Mitch Moreland, who played for Mississippi State. He retired yesterday officially.
Rangers, Red Sox. Really good
player. Then he ended up at Oakland, but there was like a place between.
Everybody ends in Oakland.
Yeah. There was a place between Boston and Oakland.
That was Texas,
San
right?
Diego? No, I think it was.
I know he played for the Rangers.
He played for the Rangers for a long time.
Okay.
Then he went to Boston, and then that's whenever it kind of.
Yeah.
And then there was like 2 teams after that. But I mean, he had like a 10-year career. I mean,
he's a really good player.
I think the funniest thing about Mitch Moreland, he played at Mississippi State. He was okay. That is a really good lesson.
Great in college.
He was not like when you talked about this team, like
that is a bad uniform.
that is a
great
bad
number.
Yeah, but he was just okay. Like I think he got drafted pretty late. Like he was just one of those stories where he just had a lot of success. Like he was right place, right time, a lot of success in the minors, and then he got bumped up pretty quick, and he did really well.
There's a lot going on here.
Look, to be clear, this is like 2007.
I know. Chill out. Bad uniform. Much better uniforms now for State. He looks much better with a beard.
Yes. This is what I knew him. Like, so he's 2 years older than me.
Yeah,
I kind of ran with
beard.
his like crew. This is what
Yeah.
This is what he looked like when I knew him, and now I'm like, wow, he's a successful baseball player, and it's hard for me to like wrap my head around.
It's crazy, man. I have all these notes. How did I not have Mitch? How did I not have Mitch Moreland talk on the dock today, dude? What am I
That's on me.
do?
Look, I just remembered it, but he officially retired yesterday, so I thought that was cool. 10 years is a long time, I think, to be a major league baseball player.
100%.
I mean, that
He's 30. He's 37.
That's like when you go to Walmart and they have the college jersey. That's what that
the generic
is.
like
State.
Damn. So he was grinding in the minors till what, about 28 or something? You're saying if he played
he played for the Rangers.
No. I know, but I'm saying you said he retired at 38 after 10 years in the bigs. That puts him at 28, breaking through to the show.
I don't remember. He broke through pretty quickly.
Okay.
So like he was drafted pretty late, but then I think he broke through pretty quickly. Played for the Rangers, was really good. Went to Boston and then a couple other places.
Dude, he had 186 career home runs.
Yes, he is a hitter. He
is.
is. That's what he did.
You know
he
who
had
I like? Jim Tomey.
4 seasons of 20+ homers.
Y'all remember Jim Tomey?
Yeah, I mean he was good.
Jim Tomey.
Do you remember?
I used to play on N64 on King Creek Junior Slugfest. That Cleveland Indian team was my squad.
The bat looked like
Kenny
a toothpick in Jim Tomey's hands.
David Justice.
Albert Bell.
Yep.
Carlos Baerga, Sandy Alomar Jr.
Yeah, Sandy Alomar.
Omar Vizquel.
Hell yeah. Oh, my
Jarrett Wright
God.
was the starting pitcher.
Omar Vizquel. I forgot about Omar Vizquel. Oh,
Chad
so
OJ
good.
was on that team.
Sandy Alomar Jr. played for the Zephyrs at one point.
Really?
Oh, did
So
he?
did Fernando Tatis Sr. They actually had some big names.
What's your one Fernando Tatis memory? I have one very
He had
clear.
On the broadcast, Tim Grubb, the Zephyrs play-by-play guy, would always point out that when he was in the majors, he hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning.
There it is.
Oh, is that what
Right
you
there
did?
it is. It's like, I
Did you already know the answer?
Yes, I actually remember where I was when I watched that Sports Center. I was in cutoff. I remember the exact room I was in on the TV. I was
See, Expo when he did it?
I had never seen
Or
anything.
Cardinal?
He was a Cardinal.
Yeah.
And he had 2 grand slams in 1 inning. It's absurd.
Well, I think so. Just talking about the Mitch Moreland thing, I think that is a very interesting thing to look at. Like, he was just an average player at Mississippi State,
Yeah.
and then he had incredible success in the bigs. Like, just thinking about how players who you watch be so great in college, and then they may not translate to the MLB. It's just very.
Yes, that's why Rivers agrees that Anthony Richardson should be the #1 overall pick in the NFL. It's like nothing matters.
Is that what
from what you do in
is
college.
that what?
Yes, hell yes.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's like it goes to football. I don't know if that is the exact same for all sports, but I think baseball.
I mean, a little bit. There's
Baseball probably has more of that than maybe other sports, but yeah, I think all sports have they have those stories.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Dude, Ribs, how about your boy KD?
I know. I mean, that looks like something I would do. You've seen me do that before. Just walking down a sidewalk and I just bite it. It's just like my ankle's like, nope, we don't work anymore.
Do you think they fired the kid who didn't mop the floor?
I think that was on KD. That looks like he just
slipped.
I don't know if it was even a slip. I mean,
slippery floor, though,
sometimes my ankles just give out. I mean, KD is getting old. KD's getting old.
He's got skinny.
I feel kind of bad for the ball boy. The ball boy put up a tweet saying like he's been a Suns fan his whole life and he's been with the organization 10 years and he sees all the hate like online.
That's a real thing. Like people are going after the.
They're harassing the ball boy.
That's not even a slip. That's on KD. I feel like.
It looks like
that's a slippery floor.
No. He stepped on his outside part of his foot.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's on him.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a slip.
Katie,
that's a roll.
Show some athleticism. How about that?
That was maybe one of the least athletic
Yeah,
things
no, you're right.
That's him.
Jake, you're exactly right. That actually is KD.
He stepped on his
Rivers,
outside
you're
foot.
right, too. That actually is just him doing a Rivers weak ankle fall. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, some of us have weak ankles. And
wow. All right, when we get back, more OTB.
OTB, OT.
206-1517, 225-206-1517. That is Thomas Email's cell phone number, y'all. And if you're a business owner, contractor, real estate, like whatever, you got a kid that's about to drive, you haven't looked at your home insurance, your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs is Riverlands Insurance. You call 225-206-1517. They do the shopping for you. They do the heavy lifting for you. They save you money. Take advantage today. Call up Thomas and Megan Email, the father-daughter team that's going to get you right. Let them, again, you don't do anything. You give them information. They bring you back savings. Riverlands Insurance.
225-206-1517, but that's anywhere in the state of Louisiana. So if you're listening to us in Alexandria, New Orleans, maybe in Shreveport at 11:30 a.m., the Tiger, we are talking to you. So call them today. Let them know what you're looking to do, and they're going to help you find a solution. Again, that number, 225-206-1517.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, you can get 3.99% financing on select 2023 models, and as always, you will never pay over MSRP. We also have a large selection of pre-owned inventory, so come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walk.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The best kept secret in town is out.
Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour is returned. We're previewing LSU Sanford in baseball, recapping LSU Vandy and hoops. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
That's Danny and Mario in the club right there. Will Ferrell Gatan.
Okay.
I really want to go to a 70s night, man. Not gonna lie, it sounds so much fun.
I bet Chelsea's does a bunch of like different Chelsea's
time-based.
They do. I know they do 90s. They might do other ones. We should look into that.
I'm
Maybe
so
we
down.
Could do a little OTB.
I think Chelsea's as a venue is fantastic.
Love it. I'm going to see Houndmouth. I can't remember if there's an S or not. They're the people that sing Sedona. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to see them. I can't believe they're coming to Baton Rouge. That seems really cool. But at the end of March.
Helmsmouth?
I would be...
You would know the song. If you
I mean, 80s night would be fun. It'd be really fun. I feel like it is maybe a little overplayed, like 80s night. A lot of people do 80s nights. I know Danny would enjoy that, though. 90s night or like early 2000s night?
They definitely do a 90s night, 100%. Yeah. I know that.
But early 2000s night is just, go look at Young Kids. I was at Topgolf last night, and the styles are just so reminiscent of my younger days.
I came across a TikTok. Oh, I can't believe I didn't lead with this.
Is it the?
And it's a girl, and she's telling us what the new thing's gonna be in the fall, right? Or like summer, fall.
The style, you mean?
It's the belt.
No.
It's the belt. It's the belt. No, I'm gonna show.
Championship belt.
It's the belt. It's the belt. I feel like Steve.
They can't keep getting away with this.
I feel like Steve Carell. I'm like, no.
There is no.
We have lost the plot, y'all. This is it. This is not it.
The dumbest
Look,
style.
if you come at me with double polos, I am out. I'm out.
The dumbest style of all time.
I hate polos already. One of them. I hate one polo.
Well, they're going to come at me with two, and I am going to be all the way out.
Do we have, Danny, do you have like a just giant cache of pictures where you have Rivers belt picture from back in the day?
There's no doubt he has it ready to go.
There's no, so what we're talking about is when girls used to, over their clothes,
I'm going to send Danny the video.
Belt, they used to wear a belt that wasn't cinched to anything. It wasn't holding anything
It's just a
up.
WWE belt.
It was a pure affectation.
I'm sending Danny also the TikTok video where this originated, although...
The landline TikTok's really good. I saw that one.
Yeah, no, it's like, I want to make sure this girl is like...
Oh, wait, I have a bone to pick with you, Rivers.
Yeah?
You were trying to clown me for asking what's the best way to type on an iPhone, Miss Old Woman, and not even realizing that the youth doesn't sit there and just
swipe,
tap
apparently.
with their thumbs.
Look, their thumbs?
They tap with their thumbs. That's funny.
No, well, that was half a joke because I was just kind of making fun of you on the internet, and everyone saw it. But also, I did learn something. I truly, this is not a lie, I did not know that swiping was an option.
Yeah, isn't that funny? I didn't really. I knew
no
it was
idea.
there, but I didn't know how quick people were with it.
So this is the deal. So last night I tried it.
Who's old now?
I know. That's what T-Bone said. I tried it. I don't like the swipe.
Well, no. The thing is, so that's why I
We
find
didn't-
it all.
It's it is fast.
That's not. That have to be a learned behavior for us. It's not natural.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. That's why it's all
Okay.
fascinating to me, is
Quick
because it's
question.
like literal animal technological evolution where we grew up doing this one thing and these other kids have grown up another way, and they're so quick with it.
Quick question: when you're swiping, because I'm new
Yeah.
to this swiping game, are we swiping with our thumbs or our pointer finger? 'Cause
I
I'm
do
swiping with
thumb,
pointer.
but it feels a little like
Pointer finger was
hard.
working pretty well.
Well, because your thumb's not very long, so it doesn't
Probably.
reach the
I mean,
whole keyboard.
Mine
so.
wouldn't,
joke, but
mine
that could-
wouldn't
I mean,
either,
that
though.
could be in play.
That's why I had to use my pointer finger. But then it's like you feel weird. You're like,
Yeah, that feels like an old man.
it feels like an old man. Yeah.
But it but I think you
I
can
love
even
a good talk
swipe
to
up and
text.
like use the predictive text even.
I don't do
You
that
can,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Ugh.
can. It predicts it like pretty spot on every time.
I'm just gonna keep going thumbs. I think.
Yeah, no. I think I'm
It
an old
depends
dog.
on. It depends on where I'm at.
No, I think I'm just gonna type.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm an old dog. I don't think I have any
If
desire
I'm
to
in,
rewire
if I'm in the
my
car,
brain.
then I do the talk to text.
I do talk to text for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
but then
driving.
it just my accent and the whole deal.
Usually your phone learns your.
it comes up with some.
It learns your redneckness over time.
Oh man, yeah.
Danny, did you get that video? Did I text you?
Yes, I got. I'm about to.
You're about to. You're okay. I'm gonna need you to move a little quicker.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I literally just.
Dan-
It is the video though, and this
Dan-
girl.
Danny's- Danny's
he's not
mad.
happy.
He did not like that.
He didn't like it.
We all cringed. That was funny.
Mario loves it.
Is there some stuff? Is he not quick usually?
No, he's
Okay,
always
pretty quick.
He's all,
I
like
have
you.
to transfer
From the
text
girl's
message
eye.
to the computer. It's
Like
whole
honestly,
process.
Danny's
I'm like,
usually
Danny's usually pretty quick. I
He's
don't
usually so fast. Like we'll say something and he'll
It's just
have
up,
it up on the back
yes.
screen and we won't even
You
know.
won't know it's
up.
there.
Yeah, no, I've talked to a few
Like
of his
Mitch Moreland
girlfriends.
right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
quick.
that was very quick.
Very quick.
But this video, you're gonna laugh though because the girl
You're
is
getting
at
lucky that you're getting out of these.
is at
jokes,
one
by the way.
point. At one point, she is wearing the exact belt that I have on in that photo that he has. But it's like I just came across it and I was like, at first I thought it was maybe like a parody. It was like a joke. And no, this girl is a youth. She is fully.
The return of high-rise jeans has been so good, and now we're just
Look at
going
this.
back to
Look at
low-rise.
this.
I know.
It's like
And
it
now
can't
we're
get
gonna
any
go
higher,
back,
and I'm
and
so
now-
into it.
And now we're about to go back down, and the stupid belts and like layered
Well,
tank tops.
here's the good thing though. Those people are so much younger than us. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We get to do whatever we
Yeah.
want. I told you that when we were like one of our walks in Mobile.
True.
I did. I had this conversation with him,
We had
and
this exact
I said, I
conversation.
think I have found sort of my style, my forever style.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I believe you.
Okay, well, what I said is
We'll
that
see over time.
I'm very into these high jeans.
You might be telling the truth, but I think you're lying.
Well, I'm just saying we'll see over time.
My what I told him is that what I have found that I wear, like if I got rid of everything else.
Okay,
like,
so we're gonna get one
a couple pair of like my high rise jeans
Yep.
and my bodysuits.
Yep.
That's what I would wear that every day because I find that I'm comfortable.
Mhm.
I think that looks okay on me. Like I found the thing that looks good.
I feel you on
And I
that.
just like it. It makes me happy. It makes me feel confident. So then, like, I think a little bit of what you're saying comes into play is that I feel like I have reached an age where I can just decide I don't have to be in style.
No.
Like, if the style changes from
Sure.
high
I've
high
always felt
jeans
like that.
and bodysuits, I don't have to follow. I can just stay with the thing that feels good. And I know we should all feel that way all the time, but it's hard, you know, like, especially as a woman, like you want to stay up to trend, you know? And I think I've just reached the point where I'm good with where I'm at. I'm good to stop here.
I too have been doing a little bit of the capsule closet thing that we talked about,
Mhm.
right? I have a few
Mhm.
neutral t-shirts and shorts and combinations, and I just kind of constantly rewear them. All right, let's see this TikTok so I can
Oh, you're gonna cringe.
feel bad about the direction of humanity.
Okay, if you're gonna get one accessory for the spring or summer, it should be these. I've been seeing them everywhere on Pinterest and they make every outfit look so much cuter. Like this dress is cute, but with the belt, plain silver. Imagine this outfit without the belt. But yeah, I got them on Amazon. This is like a 4-pack, so split it with your friends if you want.
Oh my, it's the exact
Imagine the outfit without. I can
yeah,
absolutely imagine that
easily.
outfit.
It offers no utility whatsoever. Those belts are the equivalent of a visor that is flipped like backwards and to the side.
That
like,
is the exact belt
Oh my
that I'm wearing in the photo.
God.
Like, whew, if only.
Imagine this outfit without the belt.
yeah.
Imagine this outfit without a belt. I can easily
Roll.
imagine the outfit without a belt.
Yeah, I think it looks better. We're old. Whatever is what it is.
I mean, wow. Because we always joke about that photo of me, and I just never, I know things come back.
But you never really believe it.
I never believed the belt would do this.
I know. I feel like
everything.
Okay.
I mean, they say when they mean everything comes back. This is the perfect example.
So does this mean I have to start wearing a long sleeve collared shirt with a t-shirt underneath, skinny jeans, and then like a hat cocked to the side? I don't want to, but I guess if I have to, I can again.
I mean, look, I've always been someone that's always going to wear whatever I want to wear. I mean, that's why I had the boy band picture that we like to pull up as well.
Yeah, but everyone was dressing like that too, though.
A little bit, not at my
everyone
high school.
I knew,
yeah, not at my
was dressing
high school.
like you looked like everyone I went to high school.
Okay, so
with.
I guess it's different everywhere else. I remember coming in here like one of the first days I worked here, and randomly Peter Burns was here, and I was going on the end of Moscone show, and it's me, him, and PB, and I remember them talking about what I was wearing. I was like, guys, let's stop, let's pump the brakes here. I will never wear what you're wearing. Both of you right now.
Oh, they're both wearing like a golf polo and
jeans and like in Skechers. I'm like, I will never, and no disrespect, like that's what they want to wear, which is great. But I've never been someone that's like going to judge somebody by what they're wearing. I just know I'll never wear what you're currently wearing ever in my life.
The one thing I'll never wear are horizontal stripes because it's just not friendly to fat guys. It spreads you out. It makes you look bigger.
Technically, we're not supposed to wear white here on.
I know. I wear white all the time.
I wear.
You
it
are
too.
looking angelic in this light, and look at you. Not you, Rivers. You're in the shadows.
You talking to me?
I'm talking about Jay.
Wow.
Whoa,
hey, get out of my light.
What is happening with this light right here?
Get out of my light here.
This light is wild.
Jake, or Danny, the World Baseball Classic.
Like blinded.
And like I said, every morning when I wake up, I'm really enjoying looking at the World Baseball Classic highlights. Have you all seen the Chinese Taipei fans?
Yeah, because I've been chasing bets in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, Jake was up late last night watching, who is it?
The Czech Republic and China, and I won.
Czech Republic money line. As part of an 11-leg parlay that hit.
I think I'm confused about how a little of that works because I don't really follow that. But they play also the teams like in spring training.
It's like exhibitions.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. They're exhibitions, and
now
they play each other.
It's kind of like the World Cup. It's like qualifying to get to the major.
No, this
tournament.
is like group stage. You said, right?
Yeah,
but it does. But them playing the teams in spring training, that's just they're just doing it because they're over here and they're just doing it.
No, I mean a lot of these players are playing in the MLB.
For sure, and they're here. Yeah. I guess that confused me. Like I saw a couple teams playing the countries, and I was like, whoa.
Look at this crowd pop. Look at this crowd pop from an RBI single in Chinese Taipei versus Italy.
Warm day, temperature in the low 80s. 1-0. The left, down, Chinese Taipei, back out in front. It's a completely different team than what we saw in that first time.
It's the bottom of the third, guys. It's a baseball that's like 3 or 4 hours long. There's no way they can keep that energy up.
I feel like American baseball needs more of that.
I got goosebumps coursing through my body. Go to the other highlights, which are like just crowd highlights. It's not even the actual games itself. That's an RBI single to take a bottom of the third 3-2 lead. Boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. Okay, hey, give me another one, Danny. And then go ahead and hit the last one here.
I love all of that.
I know. It's awesome.
The cardio for these fans, innings 1 through 9, especially for those mascots there as well. Wearing those suits. It's warm here. It is really warm tonight.
That's awesome.
Chinese Taipei. Workout. Did they win? Do we know?
It felt like they were up.
I know they had to have been,
there.
right?
I mean,
okay. So question, probably dumb.
Yeah.
It's just like the Olympics. You have to have dual citizenship, or
no. I mean, loose.
Or you just have to be loosely
loose
like
affiliation.
from a place.
So a lot
some
of
sort of like
a lot of the United States players that aren't good enough for Team USA, that felt bad saying aren't good enough, but aren't going to make Team USA. They'll go play for other like whatever their heritage is.
But you don't have to.
But what do you have to confirm your heritage?
Really.
Like
it's not
you
like
just
the
get to
Olympics.
just you get to just decide like T-Bob just tells us
play
he's
for
French.
France.
I actually
he
kind
could play
of
for
love
France.
that.
I could play for Ireland. If they had
You
a
get to
team.
choose what your heritage is.
If you're the World Baseball Classic and you're just trying to maximize talent and teams and fun, like why not? Right? Like absolutely. My grandpa.
Like you're Korean.
Guatemala.
What's happening here?
Yes, exactly.
T-Bob's gonna show up in a Korean uniform. Like, do you just get to decide?
I mean, I think
that's cap.
I mean, that would be hilarious.
I think Lance Newbar is playing for like Japan.
I was gonna say it would be so funny to see like a big fat white guy with like a chew-in playing for Japan, like just like spitting and then getting ready to just rake.
You know what you would make? I know we got to take a break because we're trying to be better on clock integrity here. You would make a great '90s baseball movie villain.
Yeah. Like the guy from Rookie of the Year.
That's you. You're him.
100%. But I want that guy on Team Japan. Like that would be dope as hell, dude.
Basically, John Kruk.
Yes, exactly.
Japan.
Okay, yes. I want John Kruk on Team Japan. I agree.
I guess my dad's listening. He sent us a baseball report.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, he did not like me saying that there was no baseball report.
Okay, well, we will get to it next here on Off the Bench.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire up their opinions.
Trying for some redemption against Japan. Yang with a high drive to deep left field. He's done it again.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luber for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that.
Charles Sandgriff, join us for Jimmy Odds Game Time starting at 10 a.m. from Ruffino's. Bruce Marshall joins us as well as Troy Macker from Bet Rivers, and we're getting into conference championship basketball. Jimmy Odds Game Time, 10 a.m. tomorrow from Ruffino's on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Sweet dreams of rhythm and dancing, sweet dreams of passion through the night, sweet dreams are taking over, sweet dreams of dancing through the night.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Welcome back to OTB. Dude, is the video ready, Danny? You saw the crowd pop from Chinese Taipei at the bottom of the third.
We're still in this.
Well, here it is, guys. Back against the wall. The Netherlands lead Group A.
Oh, it's my team, the Netherlands.
Yes, the Dutch.
If I was a baseball player, look, if I was a baseball player and I was going to pick a heritage, I think I'd go Netherlands.
Yeah,
I think they're my team now.
Like, Netherlands just be awesome. They will, I feel like. But I also, don't think about them being good at baseball.
The link I'm seeing is Italy.
No, the big one. The really long one.
Hate to see
The
that.
really
You hate
long
to
one.
see
Look
it.
at the document.
Look at the document, Danny.
They played Italy. It's Chinese Taipei versus Italy.
Oh, you said Netherlands.
He did.
So I'm setting up the standings, guys. God.
You
Shut the hell
You
up.
just shout out
Shut
random
up.
countries.
Shut up. Everybody shut up. In Group A of the World Baseball Classic, the Netherlands sit atop the group at 2-0, okay? So they've taken a nice lead. Chinese Taipei lost 12-5 to Panama. The point of all of this, Italy upset Cuba. So basically, Italy's sitting here at 1-0, chance to go 2-0. Chinese Taipei's about to go 0-2. Back against the wall.
I glazed over like one.
Well, that TikTok you sent us the other day was the most ridiculous thing ever, so stop it. Anyway, you can appreciate this. Back against the wall. They need a win against Italy. Check this video out right here. Here it is. Tied in the 8th inning, needing a win in Group A. Here's what happened.
Make sure they will not remain winless. Gilligalau, deep drive to center. Back on it is DeLuzio at the wall. It's gone!
Problematic?
He didn't take any land.
Gilligalau was 0 for 4 coming into that at bat. And runners on. Had to come up big moment in front of his home crowd. Look at him. The crowd now are keeping them on their feet. 11-7 Chinese Taipei.
Wow. And an Aussie commenter. Was that
So you mentioned the
11-7 Chinese
the
Taipei.
Netherlands. I believe Curacao players can play. They play for the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
And that's who they play. Like Andrew Jones from there.
So just a classic.
Ozzy Albies is from there.
Okay, so just a classic echo of colonialism.
Yeah.
and the Dutch's insatiable desire to drive the Atlantic slave trade and
But still, technically, their nationality would be Dutch.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, for sure.
So, like, I'm sure Ozzy Albies
some
probably, I don't know, maybe he plays for the Netherlands.
I'm just making some
Andrelton
jokes.
Simmons plays for Netherlands.
As we just
from
witnessed,
Curacao.
Chinese Taipei doing a tomahawk chop.
That
for
was
some
a
reason.
little interesting. The bat flip was tight, though.
Bro, the bat flip was
I'm into
out of
I'm into
control.
an inappropriate bat flip.
Oh, without question.
Hell yeah.
I think that's my favorite. You know what? If I had to pinpoint my very favorite thing about baseball, very favorite thing, is the moment when someone hits a home run and watching them do whatever it is they're about to do.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're either just going to, like, have that look of, like, obviously I just hit a home run.
Yeah.
Like, just that moment of, like, it is, like, pure, like, alpha, like, I just did that.
Yes.
And then, like, whatever.
Well, Timmy with a good time.
Oh, yeah, I know, but it's like, and then I'm about to do whatever I want to do because I just did that.
It's one of the rare moments.
And it could be, you don't even have to bat flip. Like, it's just the look of, like.
Yeah. No, my favorite, I think, is a bat flip and then yelling at your teammates, like just cuss words string together that make no sense, but you're so excited, you bat flip and then you yell it at your dugout.
I think I like the opposite. I think I like I just did it. I just did it. I'm about to just run around these bases like it's nothing. Like, I
love
just
to talk trash, though.
did that.
Okay. Actually, Danny, give me the Japanese highlight then, because that's exactly what you're talking about here, Rivs. I think a home run trot is fascinating.
Like, I've been here before. Obviously, I just hit that home run.
So it's interesting to me because it's one of the few instances I can think of in sports where the game is still going on, but the entire game is on your time.
Right.
Nobody gets to advance until you finish your little leisurely trot.
Yeah. What's up? What's happening out here? Y'all doing good? Like, you know?
Danny, you have the Japan home run? Okay, well, this is kind of what you were talking about here, right here, Rivs. Just a little bit opposite of Chinese Taipei.
Trying for some redemption against Japan. Yang with a high drive to deep left field. He's done it again. Weiji Yang with a 2-run blast to give Korea a 2-0 lead in the third.
Chill. Watch him as he crosses home.
Trying for some redemption against Japan.
He straight up waved his boy.
I could use
He did a slight fist. He did a Tiger Woods putt celebration, and then he said, "All right, now calm down."
Okay, I could use a little more intensity in my, like, casual run around. I want you to look like you know what you did.
Well,
you know?
to be fair, I think Japan ended up winning the game, so I don't know if it ended up.
And I guess my point to, like, what you're saying, if you're a baseball player and, like, you're hitting a whole bunch of home runs, you're not talking trash every time you do it because you're doing it so often. You know?
Yeah, I just like a little emotion from my baseball players.
I could use a little more emotion than this guy's giving me.
It's a sport that doesn't get a ton of it.
That was weird.
Well, that's like the soccer celebration when you tell your teammates.
Well,
like, hey, bro,
in soccer, you do it if you score against one of your former clubs.
Oh, really?
That's why they do that. If you score against one of the teams that you play
hey.
for, you don't. No, you don't. It's like unwritten rule. You don't celebrate.
I'm okay with that.
That's why you pump it. You're like,
no, I just want something between what you're.
My crest and kiss it in their face.
I think I want something between the first video and this second video. You know, like I want something in the middle there.
Hell no, dude. If you take that first video chill, you're a fool. That first video was to give you your first win of the WBC, packed out, insane crowd. Like, yes, bask in that moment.
This guy is also a very good example of baseball in that, like, baseball players have weird body types.
I know, I love it. And he has such a smooth stroke.
Like, look at him. He's just...
like, apparently, too, he's a KBO legend.
If you saw that guy walking down the street, you would not be like, professional athlete.
No, but look at him. But look at that swing, though, dude. The ball pops off the bat. Hell yeah.
Hey, didn't tell us, but hey.
We did it again. Look at the clock.
I've been tugging my ear over here.
Okay. Let's get a break.
OTB, OT.
CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552.
It ain't their fault.
Plumbing.org. It is not Central Plumbing's fault. And so I should give you an enthusiastic read about maybe you have some Chinese poupée from something you ate that maybe breaks your toilet. Well, guess what? You call Central Plumbing, 925-8552. They come out to your home, 24/7 emergency service, a weekend, weekday, holiday, it doesn't matter. You need people out there because you got family. Like, whatever the case may be, Central Plumbing's there for all of your plumbing issues. Flat rate pricing, great warranty coverage, licensed, bonded, and insured. CentralPlumbing.org.
Yeah, go to the website. You'll see all the information that we tell you about every single day. You also see the fleet that is available, so no project is going to be too big for them. If you have an office and you want to overhaul everything, they certainly can come in and they can do it for you. Go to centralplumbing.org. You'll see it on the homepage. Give them a call, though. Not only in emergencies, 225-925-8552. 225-925-8552.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment.
Don't miss the LHSAA Boys Select Division I Basketball Championship game between the number 1 seeded Scotlandville Hornets and the 3 seeded Catholic High Bears this Saturday at 6 p.m. on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
Got him.
Did you get it on camera?
OTB, yeah, that was on
The
camera.
one time you got it on your head was on camera.
What can I say? So just wait. Show's about to begin. Let's do a little Ask the Bench brought to you by Colt Curzite, Vizzy Artelton, Blue Moon, Light Sky, Citrus, Wheat. Also, do want to remind you, go to Patient Plus Urgent Care, patientplusuc.com, patientplusuc.com, and you will see the difference when you go to Patient Plus. They're awesome. They're now open in Shreveport as well. Go check them out today. Patient Plus Urgent Care. Remember, Holy Fest going down tomorrow at Repentance Park, y'all, 2 to 5 p.m. Celebration of love, life, spring. It's going to invigorate you. It's family friendly, dancing, fun. Go to Holy Fest at Repentance Park. You're going to thank me
I'm going to be there. I'm excited. Are you going?
I can't go,
Yes.
but I
Got some
wish
stuff.
I could.
Yes.
It bums me out because it's going to be awesome. And the one time I did go, it quite literally
I
was kind of
know.
life-changing.
I can't wait.
Ask the Bench right by Cold Cruise. I visit Blue Lights. Get sweet. I'm not seeing the Ask the Bench questions. Y'all got any?
I got an official report from my dad while you're looking at it. Mississippi State, just overall, we're gonna wait and see. Defense not good. Yeah, I don't know. Defense not great. Pitching. We're hitting though. We're hitting.
Ask the Bench is Rivers' take on baseball celebration the most Hess take she has ever had?
Well,
about
we had
anything?
a different take.
Yeah, they had a different take.
Well, I can
Even
see what
though
he's
it is
saying.
Built in like grit and like
I'm like,
you've been there before.
You've been there before.
Yes.
You know, I can see that being your take as well.
Ask the Bench.
I once got fined for celebrating in the. Actually, I got fined twice for celebrating.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a
so.
flex.
But I see where he's drawing that, like, because I mean, people with grit, you know, like you could have not celebrated him. That wouldn't surprise people.
Today's National Mario Day, March 10th.
Oh.
Mar-I-O. Happy day, Mario.
Thank you.
Feels like a reach.
Wow.
Todd Hooper said.
Everything's a day.
It's a me, Mario.
Yeah, I mean, literally everything. It's a me, Mario. Woohoo. Go to Rejuve Me Medical. Rejuve Me Medical. Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. Look, the wheels have come off ever since my brain got infected with Chinese Taipei crowd pops. I don't know what to tell y'all, okay? I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah, I made up a country name earlier, so it happens.
Yeah, I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed that. And if you're feeling like you want to feel better in life, I hope you go to Rejuve Me Medical and you get restored and you let them customize a plan for you to make you feel younger, better, and stronger. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Yeah, once you go to the website, you find a list of conditions they can treat for you. Remember, though, they can't get to the bottom of it unless you set up that consultation. So there's a couple of ways to do that. You can go to the website, RejuveMeMedical.com. You can set everything up right there, top right corner of the website. If you're in the Baton Rouge area, 225-263-4804. But also now in Shreveport, Metairie, Slidell, and Baton Rouge, RejuveMeMedical.com.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walk.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Terrio with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Terrio and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.